Hello, this is Sensor Gambino here with a new stream. In this stream, I'll be going over the event week for this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. But yes, starting off, if you cannot tell the most from the title, there's going to be technically no new major content additions in the game for this week. It's mostly just money opportunities, discounts, that kind of stuff. But yes, right now I'll check for YouTube Studio here, make sure it's even recording, because sometimes I can do my live streams and for some reason it just does not record. Also, this is actually take 2 of this fucking live stream, because on take 1 the internet fucking went out apparently, so I have to redo the fucking live stream. I got out of Simeon's and like right away it was done, so I couldn't even talk like much to money opportunities, so I just figured it was best to just redo it, unfortunately. So I gotta do it again. Alright, good. Audio's working too, because I've had like weird DualSense microphone issues within the last week. I've noticed starting with some of the later episodes of like the Red Dead Redemption walkthrough, aside for like the last couple. I managed to fix a DualSense mic issue, kind of. I'm not using the actual DualSense mic, so if the audio's different, it's because I'm using a headset. I tried fixing it and it only worked for like an hour, hour and a half, and then it stopped fucking working again, and I caught it happen after I was aware of it, because I like went on one of my Red Dead walkthrough parts, and then there was a slave I had to fucking save, and after I saved them, they literally died to a fucking snake, and I forgot to like fucking screenshot that shit, because it was funny as hell or some shit. Unlike my actual stream with the DualSense, like, screenshot features, so I had to look on YouTube, and then I noticed, weirdly enough, the audio was not working, even though my DualSense mic was on. So I don't know why my DualSense mic's been going to shit lately, but it has been. So the last couple or so streams have been using the headset, and I think that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing from here on out. At least until I get another DualSense, maybe like a couple months down the line or some shit, maybe. Not sure. Quite frankly, I'm never going to trust the microphone to stay working again. It's not like I stopped whole dinner or anything in it either, so like, I have no clue what the fuck all that shit was about. It's got weird DualSense issues and weird streaming issues, apparently. But yes. Okay, I think my live stream should pretty much be good. I already like watched it for a little tiny moment, make sure that like audio is working fine, and it is. Okay, so I gotta get onto like a vehicle spreadsheet here for a moment. Okay, everything should be pretty much good to go, so I can talk about the actual event stuff now. It's not like I held beat down on my control or anything either, so I have like no fucking clue what the hell would have happened with my DualSense microphone suddenly. The only thing I could think of maybe is because somehow using the charging station, there was times where it was too lazy to get up on my 2 feet from my bed to put in. So I couldn't maybe put in at an angle, and like maybe someone the DualSense doesn't like that or some shit, putting in a charging station like that, I don't fucking know. How the fuck would that impact the microphone of all things? I don't fucking get it. I would not. So I think the DualSense mic literally just shat itself, basically. Not sure how, but somehow it did. Okay, so now I'm pretty much gonna go into everything, I guess, then. So, like I put in the title, and it says here as well, there's 2 times money RP for the nightclub, like, sales, the nightclub sell missions. I did one lately with all 5 of my, like, accrued product. It was like 3.3 to like 3.4 million plus. I actually did a on like good mission because I think it's the requirement for like a livery that you can earn right now. So I had like a $3.3 to $3.4 million nightclub on 2 times money. Pretty damn insane ass money. Definitely easily the best money you could be making for the event. So definitely do as much of that as you can, as long as it's decent amounts. You could even do like the trick in the LS like test track. I believe you can go in LS test track. You could do it with an actual test ride, or you can do it with your own vehicle, and then you can just go into enter exit like test track screen, I believe, and I believe you never get kicked on the screen, believe it or not, which is really weird. I do not believe they ever patched it either. I think it's been a thing since tuners first came out, basically. So if you just want to sit around idle in like the game, that's a way you can do that, since for the most part the nightclub does everything all on its own, as long as you have like the several businesses. Pretty much 5, since you can only carry like 5 out of 7 at once. The ones I don't recommend carrying is like the documents and then the weed. Basically, those are kind of a couple worse ones. Basically, every other one I like to cure. But I had all the other few like maxed out, and then I had like 10 documents out of like 60 or some shit. 60, 80, 60, whatever amount. And yeah, so it's probably 3.3, 3.4 million for a pretty damn full nightclub. And yeah, terabyte. Or actually, there's more stuff here. Right, hold on. Okay, and then there's tripled daily income rates apparently as well when it comes to the nightclub. Now I think it used to be something like 10,000 or something. I think it used to be 10,000 or something. I think for like the regular like highest rates, like when they first introduced the nightclub. So I think that triple would have been like 30,000, but I believe as of the last year or some shit with like Colonel Enterprise, maybe even when like they first released the 9th gen version of the game, I believe they increased the regular income to like 50,000 at max or something. So I want to say a triple on that should be like $150,000, which is pretty fucking insane. So you should get some pretty crazy amounts. And there's even a thing in like the career progression that really wants you like taking advantage of your safe income, I believe, as well. So it's a really damn good time to take advantage of that. Or I think it's like having popularity like maxed out for like 10 hours, but popularity equals better daily income rates is what I'm basically saying. Definitely a very good time to be shooting for that. As I'll probably explain more in game. Okay, and then the Terabyte being 40% off. Terabyte is a very damn useful vehicle. You can do business like sourcing missions in it, which is pretty sick. It's a vehicle that can go, on the move and everything, where you can do business source missions. So if you're in a lobby for a really long time, it's definitely a very damn good investment if you're going to be doing a lot of business source missions. Businesses are some of the better ways of making money in the game. I believe you can actually do sales too. I could be wrong, but if you can do sales, I do not recommend doing that. Business sales, you're better off doing in your actual business property, since you pretty much have to go there for the vehicles that you have to deliver anyways. And then another huge thing about it is the client jobs. Client jobs, I think, are basically like money opportunities that pay a little bit better than your like VIP works, essentially. Now, I think VIP works like normally like headhunter and stuff can be like 20-ish thousand for like your more like general ones. And at the highest end, I think for VIP works, like ones of like Rocket Voltic, like Armored Boxville and stuff, like some higher paying ones, things like 35,000 normally. I think you get more like 30 to 40-ish thousand for client jobs, which is pretty alright for free mode money making, I feel, for like more like regular like things you can do in the game that aren't fully business related, if not entirely not whatsoever. There's a huge couple benefits for the Terabyte here that makes it very worthwhile to pick up. The vehicle itself also has some super insane armor as well. So you definitely get some pretty nice armor on it. You even have like a missile pod or something that's on like the roof or something you can use. Funnily enough, I think the missiles can actually lock on the players, which like no other types of missiles can really do. But yeah, definitely a very good vehicle to be owning. It's 40% off that. It's super tight. And then the Class 8 Impaler here. I do believe it includes the regular Impaler and the arena upgrades. Right now, I'll just talk about the arena upgrades because that's kind of what's on the like little image there right now. Now, in terms of the type of it, I'm not actually too sure if the like one has better armor than the other one for like the windows and stuff. I will take more of a look at that when I'm in game where I can actually compare the 3 different versions. But I want to say that's the Future Shock version. Future Shock version looks to have some pretty good armor you can put on the front window, which might not be the case for other versions. And the Impaler, I think, is pretty average, I would say, for the arena. It's not going to be as speedy as like the ZR380, sure. It's not going to be as maneuverable as like the Death Bike. That's a super small vehicle. At least you won't have the risk of running over like a Connect mine and dying like on a Death Bike though, but still. There are definitely better options, I would say, for the arena, but it's still a very average vehicle. It's not super slow and clunky, I would say, like something like the Cerberus, maybe even something like the Brutus and the like Bruiser or whatever. I think like the van and like the Glendale versions in the arena that are some of the bigger vehicles. So you get some alright maneuverability with this. It's definitely a very average arena vehicle, I would say at best. I think it can be good for modes like Hot Bomb, Wreck It, kind of, in a sense. Again, you might be better off with the ZR380, but still very damn good. For the most part, when it comes to weaponry, it's only really got machine guns for the most part, aside for your typical arena stuff like mines, like rams stuff and everything. So it doesn't have missile access. It does not get missile access for like homing missiles or anything crazy. So it is kind of going to be limited in terms of free mode money making because of that, but you can still use it pretty successfully for something like a headhunter VIP work or something probably. That's kind of pretty light on requirements for these days if you stay online. But I'll talk about the regular one later on. I do believe the regular one, which is kind of just the regular Impaler, which is kind of seen here, but shows the arena one is also 40% off, I believe. But I'll mention that one later. Now what's new here? Just a bunch of plus promotion stuff for the most part. They're all... Now I pretty much mentioned everything on the top part there. Okay, Nightclub properties, upgrades, modifications, 40% off. Like I said, Nightclub, like to sell missions right now, if you have a pretty decently filled nightclub, full nightclub, could be a good couple $1,000,000. So there's no reason not to own a nightclub. The only reason you might not want to get a nightclub, the only reason you might not really want to get a nightclub is if you lack other businesses. Because the thing with the nightclub is you need like a good few to several different businesses to build up the nightclub. So it's more of an end game business rather than like an early game business for sure. So if you're early game, then it's probably not that good. If you're on 9th gen, you do get like the career like thing, whatever. Not career progression, but like whatever they had at like the beginning of like the launch where you get to choose like a certain like business type or something. So that should be something that can be kind of worth shooting for no matter what on the 9th gen because of the newer tutorial of the game for like the updated tutorial is what I mean. But yeah, more of an in-game business for sure. But Nightclub property clearly very damn worthwhile. And then upgrades, modifications, 40% off. I believe there's probably a staff equipment and a security upgrade for sure. But yes, staff equipment upgrades especially. For business upgrades, the staff and equipment upgrades especially can be good. Security upgrade can be nice too, but the security upgrade is not necessarily anywhere near as worthwhile. It's a very good safety measure to have though, even if you do not typically get a lot of business rates, I would probably get it just in case though. So any of like the business upgrades would definitely be something very nice. I think you even have like technicians you can buy, because I think you only start with like one technician or something. But yes, you can have up to 5 technicians, so you can have up to 5 businesses producing for the nightclub at the same time instead of just like one or whatever at default. So you can maximize on your passive money or at fruit damn it, yes. So you can maximize on your like passive money making pretty much. In terms of modifications on like in terms of modifications for like the property on like the website, whatever. The storage upgrades for sure. For sure, the storage upgrades would probably be the most worthwhile thing. Because the storage upgrades, those will be like garages for more vehicles. You can have up to like 30 vehicles. That's not counting the sale vehicles. Not counting the sell vehicles, deliver vehicles, the sale vehicles, and then the terabyte, which are like 4 very unique slots for the nightclub. You get like 30 other vehicle storage slots, which is very nice. And I think you actually need them as well to hold more business product too. I could be wrong, but those are going to be super worth it. Easily the best modifications to get for the website. And yes, the only other modification I could possibly think of that's probably super worthwhile to get, that would be if there's an accommodation upgrade so that you can spawn at the property. I know certain properties you have certain upgrades that are required to purchase so you can spawn at the like property in the first place. So if there's something like that, then that's definitely one to prioritize too. And then yes, for like t-shirt unlock, you can get your purchase and pop any bottle of champagne this week to get the Bluter tea, which is like the champagne company of the game. I actually do not believe they've released this shirt before. I could be wrong. But it's definitely a very interesting way to get a t-shirt compared to what they usually do, I feel. So I definitely think it's pretty exciting login reward. Or not a login reward, but a reward you can earn, of course. Reward you can earn, of course, shitty fruit. And then, yeah, you can get a pinned flames delivery for the Vapid Click Wagon for this event. The requirements are you have to do a nightclub management mission and a nightclub source goods mission. Now, there's some on-the-go ways where you can do this. You do not have to do them through the property. Nightclub management, I think you can do for the property, for like the club management missions, basically. Actually, for them, but yes. You can also call up Tony on your phone. You can also call up Tony on your phone, and you should be able to get them from your mobile phone instead of going to the property. And then Nightclub Source Good mission. Those are like the newer missions they add with the Criminal Enterprise DLC that involves like Johan, whatever, on your phone. Those ones I believe you have to do for the phone, not for the like property. But that's obviously more efficient anyways. And that's how you can get like, that's how I was able to get like 10 document forgery things, even though I only accrue like 5 types. That does not include the document forgery for the 5 that I choose. So So it makes your 6th and 7th type of goods more easy to cure, basically, for those sorts of good missions, so those are nice. So having to do at least one of each of those is definitely very good. Since they both have pretty nice benefits to them, for sure. Being the daily income and then the goods you can get for those latter missions, for sorts of good missions. Damn it, shitty fruit. But yeah, that's only for this week. Pretty much all delivery things. At least a couple of the business ones, I think they give till September 6th. Like, I know the Monstrosity one, and then I think the Panad one for sure go to September 6th. I'm not sure about, like, the Walton L35 one, for example, if that one went. Or I might be more sure about the Walton L35 and the Monstrosity, but I'm not sure much about the Panad course, if they ever, like, clarified if that one went till September 6th. But this is basically the end of the business month theme they've been doing since, like, Nightclub's like the fourth and final like main business they highlighted when they like did the Colonel Enterprises DLC with those 4 businesses they expanded on. So it's kind of finale of like the business month here. So you do only get the 1 week for this one. But pin flame delivery for the Vapid Click Wagon, definitely a pretty interesting thing to get for sure. I think vehicle deliveries for sure are definitely much more enticing than like a t-shirt for sure. And yeah, you do get it within 10 days of completion, it looks like, so you will have to wait a while even after getting those done. Now, quite frankly, I do think the Vapid Quick Wagon livery is kind of going to be your least worthwhile one to get. Honestly, I feel the last couple have been pretty disappointing compared to the first couple, because the Monstrosity and the Panado, of course, those have a Money Tech on 8th gen even, and then on 9th gen you even get the HSW upgrades for those two. The Walton L35, I don't think that was anywhere near as great of an off-road vehicle. This update had quite a couple off-road vehicles. I think that like Walton L35 is like the worst of those like off-road vehicles they released of Andreas Mercenaries, pretty much. So I feel the last event was kind of a pretty disappointing like livery as well, but I think this one definitely takes the cake, to be honest. I believe the Quick Wagon is actually like the worst muscle car for like top speed or something like that. It's not really good. It's like a station wagon for like the muscle car class. I believe it's like a station wagon in like the muscle car class, because like the regular Clicks in muscle car class basically. So it's kind of the most disappointing one yet, but still. I think I'm going to mention something about Assault and Cayo Perico, by the way, here before I get off here of the main menu, in particular to go into the game. But yes. And that's going to have to do with some adjustments. They did like a second set of adjustments, I think, to Assault and Cayo Perico. I think they mentioned other adjustments they did to Assault and Cayo Perico like around a month ago, like after the initial release. But I do not feel I'm going to be able to fit it in much of a better time here, so I figure with this I'll mention it. Obviously the game has been out for a while, but they changed stuff with it basically. In terms of payout, I'm just going to read the paragraph on the newswire since I do not believe I'm going to be able to explain it as good. Additional adjustments have been made this week to the GTA Money payouts and Assault on Perico to balance the island loot payouts more equitably. I believe that word is for sure for both the attacking and defending teams, as well as in matches with higher player counts. So apparently island loot payouts have been adjusted or something. Attackers and defenders are more equal in terms of pay or something now, or some shit, whatever the hell. And matches with higher player counts should be more lucrative or some shit as well, it sounds like. Okay. Unfortunately, there's not too much of a reason to do it right now for the game mode, even with the couple changes if it would have done since the initial like release where it was on the money opportunity. But I'm for sure curious where the money will be at once it does go into like another double money event or something. That's something kind of more miscellaneous they've done. Okay, nothing going on with heist, clearly. Now career progression, I did want to go over something really special when it comes to career progression. Because, yeah, I do not have that many tier 4s done right now. I do not have that many tier 4s done right now, quite frankly. I was going to see if I could save, like, the Speedo custom with the, like, Yuga custom and then maybe go over, like, the Franklin outfit or something for, like, a miscellaneous live stream or something, but Actually, for damn it, but I figured since there's, like, an after-hour, like, Nightclub event and, like, the Speedo custom, like, the regular one first introduced in the after-hours update as one of the sale vehicles, I kind of figured I would actually customize that. Now, like I said, I think earlier, this is Take-Two, the live stream. Unfortunately, I had, like, an internet. Unfortunately, I did have an internet issue in the game, so unfortunately the internet went out, so I have to do Take-Two of this live stream. So I did already customize it, because I thought it would be finalized, but nope. Apparently my live stream decided to shit itself. So I will not customize it on stream, as it's already customized, because I thought, like, last attempt of the stream would actually be able to finish up, but nope. Internet fucking went out at like 7 in the fucking morning, randomly. Okay, now into story modes, I can go over the rest of the stuff pretty much, so I can get to, like, invite only online. And yeah, a special thing I want to show off, if I didn't make it the most clear. And again, I did customize it, but my first attempt at a live stream fucking went out because of the internet, so unfortunately it's already customized and everything. So I'm not going to show it off too much, but at least the live stream won't be as long this time because of it, I guess. But yeah, the Speedo custom, the Vapid Speedo custom in particular for the tier 4 of like weapon expert, that's exclusive to the 9th gen version for the career progression, since that's completely lacking in the 8th gen version. It's basically the one from the after hour update, but it's through a personal vehicle. So you get any sort of personal vehicle benefit that you did not get through it being a special vehicle in the past. It's not too much different. It's not too much different from the one from 2018, but I did want to explain some things with it, I guess. Unfortunately, I do not get to customize it on stream like I did last time, because the last stream went out because of the internet.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
Now, because it's kind of a Nightclub vehicle, I decided to actually store it here. I was kind of actually going to store it in like the Eclipse Boulevard garage, but I don't know. I thought it would be more interesting to have it for like the Nightclub garage, maybe, since it's kind of from that update after all.
It's coming at you.
Got it all the way over there for it, apparently. just making sure. Okay, sorry about that. I was making sure my microphone was still working and shit. I don't know why I thought otherwise. It's just the stupid DualSense mic issues I've been having lately. It's just fucking made me wonder, I don't know. What the fuck? How did it spawn it like that? I did nothing to make it spawn like that, besides for just spawning it. What the hell? Weird. So fucking weird. How the hell did it spawn like that? Okay, just one of that and it's back up. Okay, cool. So yeah, unfortunately again I'm not customizing it in full since that was on the failed attempt because of shitty internet issues. But one huge difference right off the bat, I think with this one for sure, since it's not locked, since you can store it anywhere, you can customize it in any like Los Santos customs, it's not locked to the Nightclub for customizing. You can actually put colored headlights on it. And at least before you put weapons on it, you can put it for the LS car meet. I'm not sure, like, after if you put weapons on it, that might be something worth testing out. But at least before you put the weapons on, you can put it in the LS test track, like a car meet, so you can actually do the, like, stare, and you do not have to do it for the arena, which would have been the other option if it were forced to go to the arena and being weaponized. So yeah, you get to have colored headlights on this version, which is cool. I know it's much more niche than anything else that I'm about to talk about, but still. But again, this counts as a personal vehicle, and that's why the personal vehicle storage is here. I don't know, maybe it works like that as well for special, but I did not use the special vehicle menu as I showed off. I did it for the mechanic. You cannot call special vehicles that way for the mechanic. You have to pretty much do it from this menu, if I recall. And yes, because it counts as a personal vehicle, that means you can use it in certain types of game modes that you could not previously use the regular one in. So, I think the main exception that you cannot use it in much before had to do with the contact mission. You can use it in contact missions. I'm actually not too sure if you can use it in heists or anything. You probably cannot, I'm guessing. Sure, you can use the weaponized Tampa. Sure, you can use weaponized Tampa, I believe, in the heist, but that was when they were actually cool and they allowed you to use weaponized vehicles in heists with the gun running update in particular, pretty much. And I think from there they pretty much stopped that trend pretty much. But at least in contact missions you can use it for. That's going to be pretty crucial for some fun fact apparently that I'm about to mention that apparently is pretty interesting when it comes to this vehicle, in particular for this version. And then, yeah. I'm not sure if you can do vehicle doors when it comes to the special vehicle version. This version being a personal vehicle, you can open up all the doors, which is pretty cool. I do not believe you can do that on special vehicles, but I could be wrong. But for the most part, I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. In a way. But yeah. Your armor is pretty much all the same. It pretty much is the same armor from the After Hours one, and I could swear on it. But yes, I swear the armor is definitely exactly the same. Probably still just as easy to get shot out with this one from a player. I think you can get shot out pretty easily from another player if I recall in this vehicle. So you are pretty exposed, I think, even from the front. As you kind of see with the heaviest armor, the heavy armor, you do have those big slats in front. side's not exactly fully protected or anything either. You do get all like that back protection and like like huger parts of the sides, like the bigger side parts of the van. Basically, that's all covered at least. Now, something unfortunate about this is I believe there's a glitch with the vehicle at the moment when it comes to the proximity mines. Apparently, you cannot use the proximity mines on this right now. Or I don't know, maybe it's because of the heavy armor plating, but from what I've heard, you actually cannot use the proximity mines, and I think it's regardless of your armor as well. So apparently proximity mines are glitched on it, but right now, since Rockstar can never make a vehicle right apparently these days in GTA Online without some kind of issue. I'm looking at you, even fucking Monstrosity. Monstrosity, for example, that one just has so many issues, I feel. So, like, it's not a surprise for modern day Rockstar to fuck up a vehicle, I guess. And yeah, I did do a special horn. I turned it to stock because I was wondering if that was why the proximity mines did not work, but no. It's apparently just glitched at the moment for the new one. I think I saw it from like Classic Q on Twitter, I believe. I looked at them again on their Twitter, and they had something about it, I believe. About that. For the new one, for the new version in particular. And then, yeah, there is something interesting I actually didn't mention about the machine gun on this, actually. And that has to do with accuracy challenges. I believe it has to do with the accuracy challenges you can do for certain career progression things. So, yeah. Apparently, anything that has to do with like the accuracy challenges, the gun is actually surprisingly good for the accuracy challenges. But yes, apparently the gun does not count against you when it comes to the accuracy. But yes, apparently the gun does not count towards you for some reason when it comes for the accuracy, so you can like spray and pray as much bullets as you want, and it does not count towards your accuracy, unlike other vehicle machine guns, which do apparently. Now, I have not tested it myself, but I swear I've heard someone say that, and I've already proximity mine been glitched after all. So, like, it's definitely very much believable, for sure. So you should be able to use the like, contact mission tier 4 challenges pretty effectively, as long as the vehicle is allowed on those contact missions. As long as the vehicle is allowed in a certain contact mission, you should be able to have a machine gun that you can use without avoiding your accuracy challenge, which is pretty handy. Apparently no other apparently no other vehicle works like that. So I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to mention. Oh, and about the armor, by the way. For those wondering if the armor is better than the regular Speedo Custom, it's not. I did one homing missile. I don't remember using two. I don't even remember using the second one, but I did one homing missile and it flew up right away. So it's not better than the after-hour armor, unfortunately. I kind of thought maybe they would be a little generous with it, since you can't use this one on the sale missions like the Nightclub one. The Nightclub one does have better armor, but only on the sale missions and not in free mode. I don't know. Having a gun like that that's fully rotatable with explosive resistance would probably be kind of pretty overpowered, though, so I guess I could kind of see why they did not do that again. It's a little unfortunate, but I kind of get it now. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to mention in regard to that, I believe for sure now. Oh, and actually there is one more thing, but still, should be the last, I could swear on it. I forgot to mention, but yeah. For the guns, you have to customize it in an MOC, Avenger, or I believe an Arena Vehicle Workshop. You cannot do the guns in a Los Santos like customs like you can for other things like the Torador. I think like the Torador, like submarine vehicle from the Caprico Heist update, you can put the weapons on for you like that. But But I guess being kind of a reskinned like 2018 weaponized vehicle, I guess you have to kind of do it for the MLC, the Adventure Arena, like workshops. So make sure you have one of those for going for the weapons, which you obviously should do. And I should probably explain the weapon types you can do kind of for the gun actually too. But yes. There's like front-mounted machine guns. There's front-mounted machine guns you can put on like the hood of the vehicle, pretty much, or whatever. Like your typical like pea shooter kind of guns that aren't not super useful. I would not recommend those. Besides for the minigun, you can do like a 50 cal. 50 cal would not have as better rate of fire, certainly not. It's not going to shoot bullets as quick. But I think the bullets themselves probably do more damage if that's something you might be looking for. So I would say either the 50 cal, but I'm not actually sure if it can rotate for the 50 cal. Maybe only the minigun rotates, I'm not too sure. So keep that in mind. But I think for sure the minigun is the best option because you get all the crazy rate of fire on like the bullets, which kind of makes up for any lack of damage in the bullets. I'd rather shoot more bullets, possibly get more hits in for the damage. Personally, I don't think the 50 cal would probably be my favorite. Okay, now I should be ready to see and stuff. Usually. I figured I'd go over that in like a Nightclub, like after I reviewed the event, since that's when like the original version of the Speedo Code released. And I had the Tier 4 for that sitting, like they're complete waiting to be claimed for maybe like around 10-ish days or something at most or something, I don't know. I did not feel like, I don't know. I did not have a feeling like I do not know when they're doing it. I do not know when they're going to do like payphone hits on like a 2 times or something. For like the Yuga customs, I didn't want to wait for that really. I didn't want to wait for the Yuga custom at that point. I figured I'll just kind of do it all in there. Okay, there's an export vehicle. There's some internet issues. I don't want to fuck around too much because of the internet issues. I think there's like a fucking park being constructed on, like, not too far from my like area and stuff. Maybe why the internet looks like it's been worked on actually. I don't know how exactly the internet's gonna get fit from the park, kinda like not like 10 minutes away, but maybe like a few minutes away or some shit.
Get it all handed to us on a silver spoon.
But whatever. And yeah, I'm not ready to go in there yet. I want to talk about like the time trials and stuff. Okay, a regular time trial for the week is apparently Vinewood Bowl to Pluto Cove. Pluto Cove is like over here. Yes, pretty much. So I don't know, you could maybe technically mostly stay on the highway for like a couple minutes worth, I don't know. It could be pretty heavy top speed because of that. Otherwise, you might want to go for some like laptop first and go to this highway or something. Or something like that. There'd probably be just strat there. But yeah, that's the daily town trial for the day of Monday. Since Sunday, I didn't attempt to stream and the internet fucking went out, of course. RC Bandito town trial this time around looks to be with Monte Blanca. Now this one's definitely a little more interesting, I feel, than your usual RC Bandito town trial. Because there's certain vehicle spawns that can show up, I believe, in the area. Like, I think sometimes El Lino can show up there and stuff. So try and be aware of any shitty road, damn it. But try to be aware of any possible vehicle spawns that can show up in the Levante Blanca area while you're doing RC Bandito time trial. As long as you know the corner on it, and as long as you know the corner on it, or like watch a video guide from there, it should be pretty easy, pretty much. Besides for that, man. The weekly HSW time trial for the week here is HSW Textiles. city. And yeah, unlike the regular RC Mondeo time trials, there is no part-time versus time trial. So long as the vehicle has the HSW upgrade, you can use whatever you want. And yeah, the time is dependent on like the class of the vehicle or like tier of the vehicle or something. It's like the tier 1, 2, or 3 or something like that. You have like a classing system where they group like 4 like supers and like they group like sport and super and like maybe motorcycle as well together. Then they have like SUV, like muscle and stuff. Maybe it's like another tier, like coupe and like something else maybe as well for like a separate one. For example. But yeah, for the most part, pretty much any of the newest vehicles, like the Andreas Mercenaries DLC with the HSW upgrades tend to be some of your better options for like general performance. Especially with the latest power creep in Andreas Mercenaries, you're kind of mostly best off going with some of that stuff. Like the Italy G2 Stinger TT, the Monstrosity, the Penadova Course. I believe it's like the latest and greatest in a sense for like sport class, for example. But honestly, if there's one that's not as good from the Andreas Mercenaries DLC, but it's not bad either per se, it would probably have to be the Bravado Buffalo EBX, I would say, since you have the Vaquero ZX from like the Criminal Enterprise DLC. That's still #1 for lap-time top speed for the muscle car class. There's one that's from the newest update that's not the most worth it. That's probably the Bravado Buffalo EBX for using in the time trials. That's some vehicle recommendations there. Of course, the HSW Hotshot Drag being a motorcycle and not being as spacious and stuff, it'd be good with a motorcycle. It'd kind of be your best general option in a way, too. Okay, now for Junk Energy time trial for the week here is Mountain State. I do not believe I've done Mountain State before, since I usually stream on Sundays, not Mondays. The only reason I'm doing a Monday stream here is because of fucking internet going on. My previous attempt of doing it. But like, if I did do it on Sunday, it still would have been fucking Mount fucking Gordo for like the second, third fucking time or some shit. I haven't done that before, so I do not know any advice much for it, but if it's anything like Mount Gordo and stuff, even if it's not like mountain shit, it should be pretty easy. And then the premium race for the week here is for the supercar class. Now for HSW supercars, you have the What Nice Ignis, you have the Cyclone 2, Devastate, and then you have the NTMT HSWs. So, starting off with the What Nice Ignis. The What Nice Ignis will probably be pretty much your best option for the most part, since it's your main #1 focus when it comes to lap time. When it comes to lap time for like corners in the city and shit, pretty much the What Nice Ignis is pretty much going to be your best option as far as I'm aware. Kind of a good secondary option when it comes to lap time is pretty much the Cyclone 2 HSW. Cyclone 2, it is an electric car, so it might not be as good in every circumstance to be as competitive as What Nice Ignis for lap time. I'm not the most sure on that, but it should still be one of your better lap time options, I think, between the HSW supercars. At least compared to one of them, it's I'll explain later, but lap time should be pretty decent. Top speed might be a bit lacking because of it being electric, because usually electric cars usually suffer in terms of their top speed. But electric cars do also have acceleration, which is how quick they get the top speed, basically. you could possibly get to your top speed super quick at least, but it probably won't be as great of a top speed on the second two. So keep that in mind if you're using the second two. But the acceleration could have its benefits for sure, but I think it's more for free mode. I think acceleration is more for free mode rather than racing, probably. So you might be better off for sure with the weapon thickness there. Devastate 8 HSW. That one mostly focuses on the top speed on the other hand, so it's mostly good for top speed. But I do believe it has some pretty decent lap time as well. So it's either your good secondary or your like good third option when it comes to lap time. I would say for HSW for nitrogen in particular. And then last but not least is the Entity MT HSW, and pretty much the most disappointing HSW car. Lap time is pure utter shit on that one, so for the most part you probably will not want to use it. Being like 20th place, I believe it's like a 20th place lap time from what I recall. Not good at all for HSW at all. And then top speed is definitely a pretty decent option though. But still, you're probably just better off using the Devastate 8 HSW if you need some lap time as well. So there's probably not too much point to use the NTMT HSW, to be quite honest, over the Devastate 8 HSW. Now, for those that don't know between lap time and top speed, again, lap time is pretty much any sort of like turning, like corner kind of thing. If there's much of any cornering, you'll probably want the lap time. Only in very niche circumstances on like a highway, like a airport runway, any other sort of like huge straight over runway, like Sankudo, like Bransmore Desert, one and all that shit. So long straights pretty much is where you would want top speed. And before I go any further with wrapping things up, I want to talk about 8th gen vehicles since I talked about 9th gen. Not going to leave out you 8th gen people, but yeah. I believe for lap time when it comes to the 8th gen version of the game, it goes to Progen Emrys, the Benefactor Krieger, and then the Benefactor LM87. I believe those are your top lap time options for the supercar class on 8th gen, where you do not have HSW. And then for top speed, you can use the regular version of the Devastate and the regular version of the NTMT, which do have regular versions that are also in 8th gen, but regular ones only. So you can certainly use Devastate and the NTMT kind of effectively for top speed for 8th gen. And then a couple that are mostly good for 8th gen in particular when it comes to top speed. Pretty much the number one top speed I believe for 8th gen is the Pete Fister 811. The Pete Fister 811 is pretty much your number one top speed, from what I recall. And then the Banshee 900R, the Banshee 900R, which is like the Benny's version, of the Banshee that you get from Benny's original Motorsport, that you modify over here. Banshee that you can do over there that turns it from the sport class over to the super class for the sport to supercar conversion there. That's pretty decent top speed I recall as well for 8th gen. And then yeah, what I was going to wrap up with before that was, if you want to see what the course is, since I'm not going to show off what the course is, I already give advice on the lap time and top speed both, so to check the course, you pretty much press square as you see on the bottom of the screen here, or X on Xbox, and whatever key on PC would do that. I'm not sure what the key would be on PC, quite frankly, but still, whatever key it is on PC. And then when you get on the actual race, like lobby screen, I think you can do the same exact button and like key on the keyboard, and you should be able to see like the, and then you should be able to see the map of the race, so you can look if there's a lot of cornering or if there's a lot of straights. I think you can do it on the actual lobby screen, or you can do it while you select your vehicle, I believe, as well. That's how you can see what the course is, since I'm not going to be showing that off. I just wanted to talk about the class and stuff like that. Wait, did she say like my tie or some shit? I've had a my tie actually within this year, like a month or two ago or some shit. For the first time, she was tight as fuck. I don't know, did she say my tie or something? Yeah. So I can actually hear the audios of the NPCs better with the headset. Since the headset actually plays the audios of the game as well, apparently. Which I do not believe was the case on the PS4. I don't know, but yeah. Podium vehicle for the week here is the Benefactor Schlagen GT. Cheap road damn it, but yes. Podium vehicle for the week here, Benefactor Schlagen GT. Again, I attempted to stream on Sunday. Unfortunately, there's an internet issue, so I cannot do a wheel spin or anything like I usually do here. So, just get to go right into tackling the vehicle then. Now this one is not a FOMO vehicle. You can actually purchase it right now on the vehicle website if you do not want to earn it for this. For any reason, you might as well go for it for free obviously for the week, but it is available afterward for purchase as well. Even though they bought vehicles now with Andreas Mercenaries DLC on the website. And it's from the Arena War DLC, and it is 1 million free. It's from the Arena War DLC, and it's $1,300,000. So that's your savings so that's at least how much you will save on it. Plus I believe the vehicle's delivery. I believe the vehicle's delivery on it as well, so you can actually save a little extra on delivery if you keep delivery as stock. So do not change delivery and you could probably save another 20 to 30,000 or something at most. But yeah, you could probably get the vehicle in an hour or two. It's not the craziest price vehicle in the world or anything, but at least it's over $1 million, because I think at times I've done vehicles that's been less than $1 million for the podium maybe as well. So you do save like at least an hour of grinding, I would say. If you're using efficient methods. If you are using efficient methods, that is. But yes, I'll have to check on the spreadsheet right now. From Bruffy1322. But yes, I'll be using Bruffy1322 Racing YouTubers spreadsheet. But yes, Bruffy1322 is a racing YouTubers. I'm going to be using the spreadsheet. So credit goes to Bruffy1322 for any performances that go over pretty much. Now the Schlagen GT, according to the spreadsheet, it is in B tier. B tier is not the worst at all. It's one of the better tiers, in fact, in like the upper half, pretty much. But yes. But yeah, Schlagen GT at best is 23rd place for lap time, and at best is 15th place for top speed. So you are apparently within like a few to several placements in terms of top speed, apparently, when it comes to the 9th gen version of the game, at least. There's probably not enough HSW vehicles in the game for it to be a top 10 top speed, though, when it comes to 8th gen. So even on 8th gen, it's probably not within top 10, I guarantee it, when it comes to top speed. So, if you're wanting a vehicle within a top 10, which is kind of like the most ideal placements you would want it in, somewhere within top 10, then do not expect crazy performance from it. Just get it for like personal preference kind of reasons, customization, something like that. So I would not recommend it too much, quite frankly. So I would not recommend it too much, quite frankly. Yes, shitty burning road right now, damn it. I do not recommend it too much. Crime scene, whatever. Yeah, I don't know why I even bother with something like this. I'm not even like in a public lobby here. Yeah, it's time to go over the test track. It's unfortunate to say, by the way, but there's actually no vehicle discounts at all when it comes to the test track, so all those will be on full price, so do not expect too much details on them this time. Shitty road damage, but yeah, do not expect too much details on those this time. Yes, test ride vehicles, test track, test ride vehicles this time around. It's the Bugatti Briosa 300, shitty bro. The Bugatti Vision, and the shitty bro, damn it. And then the Vapid GB200. Now all of those are on the vehicle websites, they are not FOMO. Shitty road there. All those are on the vehicle websites, they're not FOMO. Now first of all, for the Briosa 300, you can get that on both Southern San Andreas, and they actually added a Benny's version of it from the Criminal Enterprise DLC, which I actually completely forgot about when I did the stream on Sunday. At least until a little while. At least until a little while longer in the stream compared to this time around. But yeah, it does have a wide body version. It does get a Benny's upgrade with actually like wide body parts and shit for Benny's, which is pretty tight. But yes, as you can see, it is full price. Now the Bugatti Vision is a supercar from the Smuggler's Run DLC. Now the Bugatti Vision is a supercar from the Smuggler's Run DLC, I could swear on it. Little preview of some discounts, by the way. And yes, that is not FOMO either. It's for $2,250,000. Oh, and then yeah, same thing, same website, everything. But it was from 2018, I believe, with the San Andreas Super Sport Series update, whatever fucking long ass name. Whatever fucking long ass name of that update, shitty fucking road, damn it. But yeah, that looks to be $940,000 here. And this one's like one of those like rally style sport cars. By the way, the Briosa 300 is actually in the compacts class, I believe, so it's pretty small, pretty interesting classing. But yeah, starting off with the Briosa 300, again, none of them are on discounts. I'm not going to mention exact numbers of performance on these. I'll just give some predictions, like estimations, so possibly take stuff with a grain of salt here since I'm not going to go over the exact details on the stuff for performance-wise. But yes, the Grotti Brioso 300, the regular vehicle I do not recall performing that well. In fact, I think it's one of the worst performing compacts in the game as the regular vehicle. You will actually get some pretty decent performance, I think, for lap time or something, though, if I recall right, for like the Benny's upgrade to the Brioso 300 wide body, which has its own separate performances since it's a whole different vehicle model and whatnot. Unlike HSW vehicles, where you're turning like the vehicle to the same vehicle but with different speed upgrades. Or that wasn't really the most fair comparison, but yeah. You turn the vehicle into a whole separate model, so when you do turn to the Brioso 300 wide body, it could have a drastic improvement in performance somewhere, I think for lap time again. So I would definitely get this vehicle with the wide body at least, if you're huge on a lot of customization, which the wide body would have a ton of customization for sure. Being on Benny's, yes, shitty brew. Now the Grotti Visione, the supercar is pretty dated. It's from like mid 2017 or some shit again, or like later 2017 with like Smuggler's Run. But yeah, I think this one's definitely pretty dated by like a few to several years at this point. I never remember. I think even when it first came out, it might not have been the most impressive thing in the world, for all I know. So I do not expect this one to be all that great to pick up here. And then the Vapid GB200, that's one of those like rally-style sport cars. But yeah, rally-style sport cars do not really tend to perform all that well, I believe, so you're not getting anything super crazy, I believe, on the sport performance on this one for lap time or top speed. I imagine certainly not. More of a proper sport car would probably get you better performances for sure. This one's more like a rally style sport car. From my understanding, this one's more of like a rally style sport car for sure. But yes, easily I would say the best option here is the Brioso 300 just because the wide body upgrade for Benny's pretty much. All the other ones probably not really worth going for on their full prices after all. If they're on discount, then maybe I could actually recommend one of the other ones the price for the Brioso 300. Now onto the prize ride for the week here. It is the regular 2013 Infernus. That's literally in the story mode of the game. It's just wow. Totally agree, prize ride Rockstar. This one is FOMO, so you cannot get it on the vehicle website. And then the value of it's over 100,000, I believe, so it's too hot to modify on the streets, so you pretty much have to get it for your... But yeah, makes sense. A lot of the day one vehicles are faulted, obviously, since they did vehicle removals on the websites with the latest update here. So yeah, if you want it, you have to get it if you're into the prize ride this event, pretty much. And yeah, it's a challenge for it this time around. You have to place top 4 for 2 days in a row for LS Carbon Series race. Now I know for sure that pretty much includes like street races, pursuit races. It can possibly maybe include the sprint races for their like free mode sprint races it can do and like an invite only lobby and everything. But just to be safe, I would probably do street race or pursuit race since those are in a separate lobby pretty much. But yeah, top 4 for like 2 days in a row or something it was. I start with the one that's least worth doing in between those two types, and that's the pursuit race. Now you can totally do it, so you can, But yes, you can totally do it for the, like, pursuit races. It's top 4, so you can do a bare minimal pursuit race if you have a couple friends. I wouldn't trust a random to do it with, like, just 4 people. Randoms probably just invite, like, however many they can and shit for the most part, without putting much thought into it and whatnot, unless they're actually going for it themselves, which probably isn't the case for something like the Infernus here. But yeah, as long as you're playing a bare minimal amount of players, you're basically guaranteed an entry for the challenge, as on the pursuit races in particular. Now for street races is clearly your best option here. You could even do, you can do the bare minimum of 2 players. You can do the bare minimum of 2 players, but you can even do 3 and 4 players, and you're still guaranteed entry, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure the way it works is if there's only a certain amount of players, it does count for the challenge. Even if you have exactly 4 and stuff, even if it's top 4. So, yeah. Kind of the most difficult part for it for sure is the 2 days in a row. That's not that hard. You could even do it on like Tuesday and still be fine. Maybe even Wednesday, as long as you do it like very early first day for Pacific Standard Time at least. So the Infernus, how does that perform exactly? And it's not a terribly expensive vehicle or anything, so you're not getting super crazy savings. It's more for like the limitedness of it, since they did remove it from the vehicle website. But yes, the Infernus, according to the spreadsheet, it is at the very top of the E tier when it comes to the supercar class. E tier is obviously pretty bad, being it's pretty far in outfit compared to like A, B, C, and like S rank, which is a special case. So the Infernus apparently for lap time at best gets 42nd place, and then at best for top speed is like 52nd place. So yeah. And there's like 60 supercars in the game at this point, pretty much. So you're not getting good supercar performance as you would expect on a day 1 vehicle from literally fucking 2013. But yeah. Honestly, there's not really too much reason to own this one, since you can just obtain it in story mode. You can literally just obtain it in story mode. You can actually like customize it in story mode if you wanted to, since it's literally from fucking 2013. There's not much of a reason to want it, I would definitely say. And then for the HSW test ride this time around is the Class A Vigorous DX. And I kind of mentioned this earlier when it came to HSW, like, time trial. I was saying, like, the one from the Andreas Mercenaries for like, the newest ones, that's probably not the most worthwhile to use, is the Bravado, like, Buffalo EBX, whatever, which is, like, 2nd place for lap time and top speed for the muscle car class. And that's because the Vigera ZX here is your number 1. And as I mentioned, that's because your Vigera ZX HSW is your number 1 lap time and your number 1 top speed for the muscle car class. So it's pretty much your best vehicle you can use in the muscle car class, so high recommendation. But yes. Pretty much your number 1 option you can use for the muscle car class, so easily a very good pickup. much on every event stream, I always do the stash houses. I don't want to exclude it just because of stupid internet shit. I did a stream where like 3 o'clock instead of fucking 4 o'clock. Yeah. I'm not having to customize the speedo customs since I did that on the failed attempt. But the internet works well at 7 a.m. again. Since I feel it's usually a very particular timing, like pretty consistently in like short times and shit. Should hopefully be fine. Don't need to find the thing here. Here it is. 268, 83. Bro. Fuckers are leaving pizza all over the counter here. Probably all moldy and shit now or some shit. 268, 83, damn, yeah. Everywhere, right? 268, was that? You know what it was? When I'm talking shit, I forgot, kinda. Okay, it was cool. Kind of I forgot it for a moment. I had a couple different numbers in certain spots in my head. Character, come on. Alright, got documented portrait. Great. Just fucking great, I guess. As if I haven't just sold that shit like crazy last week. I mean, most of it is MC, but since it is, I guess it's not too surprising. But still. But yeah. Been an hour within the stream, and I kind of forgot to do earlier if I wanted to kind of go over some career progression stuff instead of kind of looked at Nightclub like I did or two. So I want to talk about any sort of like career progression, like updates, kind of for me. Kind of like they do that every time. Now, nothing really for contact missions, since nothing really went on for that. Certainly not. Okay, I'll talk about some that are worth prioritizing for sure for this week. Obviously, being an after hours being the event, you're going to want to focus here, certainly. Set up Nightclub, easy. A club management mission, easy. Dance for 5 minutes inside Nightclub, easy. Hiring a second resident DJ for just like one-time DJ missions to obtain a DJ is easy. Pretty certain. Missions I do not recall being all that difficult or anything. Definitely not a difficult thing much at all, I recall. Sourcing goods for your nightclub basement. That was the nightclub like source good missions that I showed earlier that you have to do for the livery for the click wagon for the week. Ejecting troublemaker from your nightclub. That's one of those like eject a troublemaker from the nightclub. I think it's one of the newer like 2022 like random event things, whatever that happen in your like nightclub when you have like popularity and stuff. Throwing like the personnel of the nightclub, I think was something kind of like recent with 2022 when they did the Criminal Enterprise DLC. No, I think that one used to show it pretty. No, I think that one used to show it pretty reliably when it came to like before this update. I think I heard there was a trick where if you were in passive mode, she wrote in it. But yes, I could have sworn I heard there was a trick where you could be in like passive mode and you would only really get the troublemakers or something. But I think they fixed it. I think they patched that since just the latest update with the Andreas Mercenaries DLC, from what I recall hearing. From what I recall hearing, yes. Tier 3, you have to get all 4 of them instead of just 2 of them for the DJ thing there. Same drill there. Fill up your Nightclub safe. You need to max out your Nightclub safe to get that one. You need to fill it up to max capacity. But yes, you need to get to max capacity, shitty fruit. Now again, usually I think it goes in like 50,000 intervals when you're at like max popularity, but I think for this week being triple, I think it's like 150,000. So I think literally just like 2 times of your like safe filling up, you should be able to complete that pretty easily during this event with it being triple right now. It's definitely one to prioritize for sure, this event. And then you just gotta do the thing from tier 1 here, the club manager mission 24 more times, basically. Pretty easy. You just manage to do it over time. And then tier 4. Tier 4, honestly, I feel is pretty easy for the most part when it comes to the nightclub. You have to get 8 platinum awards for after hours. Easy to find, you just go awards. Shape rotating, but easy to find. But it's easy to find, you just go to after hours in the like awards section. Shitty fruit, damn it, yes. I have 6 out of 8 of them myself personally. I think only 1 of them is even that bad. I think I heard people say that dance perfectly in a nightclub with no missed beats can be kind of a hard one. I guess it depends on like who you are, I guess, but in my opinion it's pretty easy. I could have just got it a couple days ago since I was kind of in my nightclub, like off stream, when I did like a sale, or like maybe a day before, like, I don't know. I could have got it like a couple days ago, I could have even had it like years ago. It's not that bad. If I could probably fucking do it, then the average person with enough brain cells could probably fucking do it as well. And then these few are all like dancing related. So dancing for 5 minutes again. And this is also dancing related too, right? But still, I want to explain this one of the more difficult ones. But yeah, you have to dance the Solomon set in any nightclub. Completing the platinum will get you 20,000 in exclusive shirt as well. Now it says any nightclub, but you will actually want to do your own for one later on here. And yeah, same thing with the other DJs too, the Stixon, Black Madonna. You can also get the 20,000 in certain t-shirt for the platinum, which is pretty nice. You can get some money for some of those too. And then Clubber here. This one wants you to dance to all 4 DJ acts in your own nightclub, so even though it does say any nightclub, I do recommend doing it in your own. So you can get this one, of course, since you need all 8. You cannot skip any platinum awards for it, unfortunately. You do have to do all 8. Now for the other 2 that I do not have yet. Club Drunk, you just get drunk in any nightclub. Now there is actually some uses. Shake fruit, goddammit, yes. There is actually some uses actually to getting drunk in a nightclub. I think there's like an Epsilon like robe outfit you can actually unlock by drinking in a nightclub. If you get like a certain event involving like the Macbeth like whiskey that knocks you out instantly would be the best one you can
That
do.
car
So you
totally
can go
is
for something like the
popped.
clothing unlocks, maybe like certain tattoo unlocks too, or something I kind of forget. But I think there's a couple unlocks tied to drinking at the nightclub that you can actually get with certain like events that can happen. So it is one definitely very worth doing. And yeah, that's
Did you
super
see that
easy. We'll
shit?
just get over
Nice
time.
car.
And in a hotspot, this is easily the hardest one, I would say. And that's having 100 unique players visit your nightclub. When it says unique players, that means each player only counts as one instance. You can't do the same person over and over again, obviously, as it suggests. Me, I have 22 throughout this few to several years of this update. Well, like a few years, I guess, sure, for the update, since it was 2018 after all, and this is 2023 right now. But yes, of course, if you have a lot of friends, for any reason, that should be pretty easy to fulfill. If you have a lot of friends, that's definitely something that should be kind of pretty easy to fulfill. Otherwise, pretty much the best method would be just to invite randoms and shake throat, damn it, but yes. Otherwise, pretty much the best method would just be to invite randoms for it. Right now, I assume it's going to be pretty popular for people to be going into other nightclubs right now because of the money stuff going on with the nightclub and whatnot. So now is a very good time to be going for this one. I would definitely recommend going for it sooner rather than later if you have any intention on grinding that for the tier 4. Okay, have 25 celebrity appearances at your nightclub. I only have a few of those. I did have a VIP, but I don't think the VIPs count as celebrities. I did have a VIP lately though, but yeah, I do not believe this count. I think it's like specialty characters, like I think there's like Jimmy Boston. I think like Jimmy Boston for like the Epsilonist, like Jimmy Boston. But yes, like Jimmy Boston, like the Epsilon character, for example, I think is one of them, for example. But yes. But yes, I assume celebrities are pretty rare. I assume it's pretty rare occurrence, so... But still, you have to keep the nightclub popularity at 100% for 10 hours anyways for number 3 there for tier 4. And yeah, for the most part, you just want to do your popularity missions at least to start. I believe there's a trick where you can go in like the basement for speedrunning capabilities in like your nightclub basement and a few like basement floors. Because if you do the actual nightclub, I think it's a slower process, but I believe there's a trick where you can get like a half bar for like each time you rebook a DJ. So if you just like swap between like 2 DJs, I think you get like a half bar for like $10,000. And yeah, since money's triple right now, that's very damn good. So I think that's the best way you can top off your nightclub. Now it's not 10 hours in a row, it's just 10 hours you need at 100% for your popularity. So every time it drops, just rebook a DJ basically to top it right back up. And again, I think it's only like a $10,000 thing, and you get like a half bar each time. So like, especially with the free times right now, you'll be making way more money than you'll be spending probably. If you don't like the normal amounts, it'll make like a couple or so times more the money each time you do it. And then yeah, earn a total 50 million or more. And yes, earn a total of 50 million or more. Yes. Heard a crack in my room, I think, damn it, yes. Earn a total of 50 million or more. Should just come with time, quite frankly. The nightclub's pretty much the ultimate passive business of the game, so you should be running it for the most part if you're playing the game ideally. So that's some advice for that all. And yeah, for any progress I made last time, it would have been pretty much just biker stuff, being a biker fan event for business stuff. For business stuff, he has some shitty fucking fruit. But yes, I got hire a player to join your motorcycle club, since you had to do it after San Andreas Mercenaries and not before. Same with Clubhouse contract, you probably do that one like after San Andreas Mercenaries and not before, so previous instances would not have probably counted. So I probably got most of tier 1, if not like all of tier 1 this week. Now, a deliver customer bike, I do not believe counted beforehand, so I was doing it since it was triple money, obviously, for delivering customer bikes, so I got that one. And then the other two, I think, were pretty much automatic already, so I already had all those other ones checked off. Now, for clubhouse contracts, they were like... Now, for clubhouse contracts, I believe they were like double or triple, of course, last event, so I did a good bit of those. I only did the solo ones personally because I wasn't having too much luck with people joining my MC. I was not having too much luck with people joining my MC, so I only got to like the solo ones. And that's by the pound cracked, gun running, jailbreak, PAL, torched, hit the roof, and then life and death bikes. Shitty fruit doing it, yes. Those are the 8 solo ones. I got all of those. All of them were on the money opportunity, I believe, aside for cracked. I was playing within like the last hours on like Thursday and stuff, even like a couple hours after the new event came out, so unfortunately I was actually able to get 7 of them just fine without having to re-lobby, but I did have to kind of re-lobby for cracks, so unfortunately I did end up getting the normal like 20-ish thousand on cracked. So in a future event, I do definitely intend on hoping to be able to get the 2-player ones done. So those other ones do all require at least 2 players. And sell product from all biker businesses is pretty much automatic. And I did not do anything in regards to Clubhouse Bar. I did not do anything regarding the Clubhouse Bar since nothing really went on with the Clubhouse Bar, I believe. And then 25 million selling product. I just barely hit the 25 million actually selling the product. It all came down to a cocaine like business raid, believe it or not. If it weren't for that, I probably would have been like a little under the 25 million still. So yeah, for once the raid was actually helpful for me for a business raid, because if I didn't get the business raid, which when you get the like business set up again, you actually get like a whole bar of product, I believe, as well. That all just barely got me over the 25 million. So I actually did manage to hit that just barely. Now customer bikes, unfortunately I believe only got 2 of those. Since, yeah, it was like 150, like 160-ish thousand on one. I did damage one by accident a little bit. So I got a couple 100,000. Unfortunately, on normal amounts, that's going to be really tediously long. I think normally it's probably like 50-ish thousand or something like that. Since triple, I think was like the 150, 160 again. So yes. Definitely hoping for another like event that increases that in the future pretty soon, at least during this update, hopefully. But earning 500,000 for the clubhouse, earning 500,000 again from the clubhouse bar. Again, nothing really went on with the clubhouse bar. I'm pretty sure, so for money opportunities, so I did not even do that. And then yeah, I only did one instance of each of the clubhouse contracts. For all the solo ones, again, only cracked was not on my opportunity since I had to re-lobby after the event ended, unfortunately. And it did give me the regular amount, unfortunately. So I got the 8 out of 50 there. So that's my updates for the biker section, the career progression. Nothing really went on for recreation. Same with heists. Unfortunately, for the second week of Arena, I did not really have the most time for that, quite frankly, so I did not, unfortunately, get to any Arena stuff. I just really wanted to be mostly focused on the biker stuff. Plus, Arena is one of the worst, like, tier 4s. Might just end up making it one of my couple skips, quite frankly. Since you can do, like, you can skip, like, 3 of them and still get the 25 tier 4s for, like, the Nico Bellic outfit. But yes, I believe you can skip 3 of them and then you can still get the Nico Bellic outfit, which you get for doing 25 tier 4s. That's probably going to be one of my skips, quite frankly. Since the skill level 20, I think, pretty much requires another friend. You can't really do skill level 20 with randoms, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately, I did not get to do Deadline. I did not get to do the Deadline adversary mode while I was on, like, double or triple. I might just do it during, like, a regular event. I mean, it is a permanent adversary mode, so I'm not too worried about getting Deadline in particular, but still. Hopefully I have time for, like, one of them going on right now, which I think is one of the more temporary ones, so I'll definitely probably be going for it. For this event, nothing really went on there. I did not get any community series racing or anything crazy like that, so nothing really happened here, I believe. But yes, I did not get, yes. I did not get any community series racing, so nothing really went on there at all, I believe. Nothing really here either, because all the community series stuff pretty much right now is fucking racing related for the current batch right now. And yeah, Speedo, that new Speedo custom basically counting for another customized vehicle there, so that's nice. That's very fucking nice for sure. Zyteka made a little bit of progress here lately, even though they did not release a new vehicle for the event. On my first attempt of the stream, that went away because, again, that was on my first attempt of this stream that went to shit because of the internet going out. Alright, so that was any updates pretty much in terms of my personal career progression. Again, right, that's right, I got $500. Ah, shit, he broke in it, but right. I had $500 from the one thing. But yes. Anyways, finally onto luxury autos here. Now I'm done talking about my personal career progression progress there. And like tips and shit for like the after hours one, which is definitely the main fit to prioritize this event. I'm happy to be able to say that both things in luxury autos is actually on discount this event. So that is the Class A Scramjet. I believe that one's up at 30% off, and then the Class A Tesseract is definitely at 40% off. And both vehicles, in some ways, they're actually kind of worth it, believe it or not. Even the Tesseract, as I'll explain later. So, the Class A Scramjet, this one's on Warstock Cash and Carry, so it's weaponized and stuff, so I'll be talking about its weapon capabilities over, like, performance. So, do not expect me to go over performance numbers here, I'm just talking about weapons here. But yes, this being has machine guns, front-mounted machine guns. but yes. Front mounted machine guns it has. Again, I do not recommend front mounted machine guns for the most part. You cannot upgrade them, they're stuck as front mounted machine guns, they're not explosive or anything or any of that. I'm not sure if they're powerful like the Stromberg machine guns or if they're weak like, I think the Night Shark guns tend to be some of the weaker ones, I'm not sure about that. But again, they're not super practical for the most part. What is super nice for weapon capabilities though here? What is super nice for the weapon capabilities on this though, is it has 30 of the best tracking homing missiles in the game. So the homing missiles on this vehicle is very damn accurate compared to most of the other like homing missiles, especially on like air vehicles, because it's pretty much just land vehicles that have like super accurate homing missiles sometimes. We have 30 of the best tracking homing missiles of the game. Yes, 30 of the best tracking homing missiles of the game, easily. Some of the best weaponry you can have in the entire game. And then, yeah. More interesting capabilities about the vehicle here. It actually has a jump boost and a rocket boost as well, which I think makes it the only vehicle in the game, I believe, that have both a jump boost and a rocket boost, which can give it some pretty interesting point A to point B travel. But again, it's not gonna, but yes. I actually heard to sneeze for that, damn. Wearing these headsets and shit, whereas EJ probably wouldn't notice that much. Damn, bro. Like, shut the hell up, idiot. But yeah. Again, pretty sure it's the only vehicle in the game with a jump and a rocket boost on one vehicle. Again, pretty interesting utility for point A to point B travel. You can't stay in the air forever, obviously, so you'll have to land eventually, unlike something like a helicopter or a plane. So clearly, it's not going to be as good point A to point B travel as that. Definitely not as good point A to point B travel as like the Deluxo, I would kind of say. I would say the Deluxo kind of beats it out as well, in a sense. But still, being the only vehicle in the game, pretty sure with rocket boost and jump boost, that's definitely very good. So definitely a high recommendation here. And at least the one here, that is $2,845,000. $2,845,520, excuse me. And yeah, by the way, the Vigera CX from earlier, that's obviously on the websites. Most of the HSW stuff is. Most of the HSW stuff is on the websites permanently, pretty much. From earlier, since I forgot to mention that one. For like if it's on the website or not. And then yes, onto the Picasso. And yes, onto the Picasso. Damn, my throat kinda hurts right now. So I pushed down on my Adam's apple or some shit, damn. It won't stop being a bitch. But yes, Picasso Tesseract. Supercar here. Supercar just like the scram shit, but this one's more of a civilian one, obviously, so you're not going to get anywhere near as much use on this one. But there is actually a kind of niche use to this, believe it or not. So, I will go over the performance of this one, since it's on a 40% off discount, certainly. And according to the spreadsheet, the Tesseract is at the way top of the D tier, like how the Infernus was way top of the E tier, but this one's at the way top of D tier, pretty much. And apparently that gives it like a 26th place for lap time, and then 23rd place for top speed at best. Given there's like 60-ish supercars in the game, that's above average for both lap time and top speed, but it is way off top 10, like over 10 placements past it. for both lifetime top speeds. General performance-wise, not going to be super great. However, though, there is a pretty interesting use for the Tesseract that you might not think a lot about, quite frankly. I'll do that after I show the vehicles are not FOMO. They are both permanently on the websites, even with Andreas Mercenaries released. With Andreas Mercenaries released for the vaulted vehicles, you can still get both of those. Scramjets right there. What if we got some of our discounts again, by the way, here all. And yeah, I remember seeing a Tesseract discount when I went over 2 doors earlier. And yes, when I went over 2 doors earlier, I swear I definitely saw the Tesseract discount already. Alright, yes, right there. 7 Androids for Sports Series updates. These are Sports Series, okay. Should definitely get some pretty decent savings on both of those. Should definitely get some interesting savings on both of those for sure. By the way, something I kind of forgot to mention when it comes to Scramjet. Scramjet, apparently, it used to have a trade price. I believe it was tied to like the Hunting Pack Remix Adversary mode. But instead of keeping it as a permanent adversary mode like they did other ones, for some reason they decided to not make it a permanent game mode like other ones like Deadline are. They just decided to like vault the game mode and they decided not to have a trade price on it anymore, so you're pretty much getting the good price on it no matter what now. For those that might remember just having a trade price in the past. Though I do think they did increase the price or something, I think, when it came to Los Santos Drug Wars. I believe they did price adjustments during Los Santos Drug Wars during one of. But yes, I do believe they did price adjustments, I believe, on the vehicle, along with like 15 other vehicles or something. I think it was one of the 16 that got like a price adjustment during like one of the trip beat events, like one of the weekly events during Los Santos Drug Wars. I do believe they made it more expensive, I want to say. I could be wrong about that. I don't know, maybe they made it cheaper, I forget. I think it was 116 they adjusted the price on. That one time they did that. Oh, and I forgot to mention the thing about the Tesseract still that I wanted to mention. Hold on. But yeah. In stunt races for transform races, there might be more than just this one where you can use the Tesseract, but yes. The Tesseract in particular there is actually used in transform size matters. So if they ever do transform races on a money opportunity anytime soon, like a money opportunity or something anytime soon, then when they ever do that on a money opportunity again, you can get an advantage of having a customized version of the Tesseract, as long as custom vehicles is on in the settings for like the race. Then you can actually use the Tesseract with its performance upgrades. So there is a reason to own the Tesseract. I do own one myself. I do actually own one myself because it is in a transform race, quite frankly, too. Okay, now to finish up the vehicle showroom, because pretty much getting caught up for the last stream, pretty much ended randomly because of internet issue. Oh, going over Simeons here. For the Premium Deluxe Motorsport. So, I remember 3 of these are on sale and 2 are not. One that's not on sale is Winnie Izzy Sport. The Zion Classic, I'm pretty sure it's 50% off. The Visitors is a full price. The Tulip is 40% off, and then the Class A Lifeguard is 40% off. Now, quite frankly, I kind of don't feel like going on the websites for each one, show it off, but none of these are on the vehicle website, so you want any of them, you have to get them here, apparently. She fruit demon, but yeah. She fruit demon, though. But yeah. None of these are on the vehicle websites anymore, as of Andreas Mercenaries, so you want them, you have to get them here, apparently. I figure since all of them are there, I'll just say that right now. Since all of them are not on the websites, I figure I'll just say it instead of showing them all off like that. Actually, fruit didn't. But yes, the Winnie Izzy Sport, one full price ones. Being full price, I'm not going to go over the performance numbers on this one. I'm just going to make a prediction, so keep that with a grain of salt. So take my words with a grain of salt on the Izzy Sport in particular. But yes, the Izzy Sport, I actually do recall this one being pretty decent for the sport class. Not in the top couple per se, but I think it's definitely within the top 5, like top 10 somewhere for like lap time or top speed, one of the two. I do not think both. I think one of two at least is in top 10 for lap time or top speed here for the Izzy Sport, but I do not believe it's top 10 for both lap time and top speed. So I think this one, so I think this one can actually be a pretty worthwhile vehicle to pick up. And then on to Ubermax Scion Classic, which is 50% off, a massive 50% off, so you're getting half the price there. With delivery and everything, this one's $420,800. So like 800-ish thousand. This one's like 900-ish thousand by the way as well. But yes, the Zion Classic. But yes, the Zion Classic. It is one of those many like vehicles of classic in the name that are actually put in the sport classic class, just mainly because it has classic in the name. So I think that should already kind of give a vibe of how it's probably going to perform. But yes. According to the spreadsheet, the Zion Classic for Sport Classic class is at the way top of C tier. Zion Classic is currently at the way top of C tier, according to the spreadsheet for Sport Classic class. And that gets it a 12th place for lap time. And then it actually gets it 20th place for top speed. The top speed is definitely a good bit out of top 10 in a sense, so I would not really like get it for top speed. Lap time for 9th gen is actually out of the top 10, but technically since there's two HSW like sport classic vehicles in the game, it's technically the number 10 spot it looks like when it comes to the sport classic class, which is Zion Classic. So you could possibly get some decent performance here, but they could very easily introduce another sport classic at some point that's within top 10 territories. I would say if it was like 8th place or something, maybe it would be more worth getting it. But it's easily possible going to drop out of top 10 for a lap time as well pretty soon, so you never know. Next update, they could very much come out with a sport classic. Sport Classic's not too often of a vehicle classic, it's a vehicle edition, but I would not really. It's not much of a future-proof sport classic vehicle in terms of its performance being impressive, so. But yeah, I don't know. I forget the Zion appears in the 3D universe. I forget if design appears in the 3D universe of GTA games or if it's just like an older model design from this game or anything, but yes. But yes. There might be some nostalgia with this vehicle, maybe not. For some like nostalgia, like throwback stuff, basically. Now the Viserys is $875,000. And again, all of these are not available on the vehicle website, so you have to get it like here and everything this week and stuff if you want it. Now, quite frankly, I think the Viserys is actually a pretty good vehicle. Again, it's not on a discount, just like the Izzy Sports. I'm not going to go to exact performance, but that's fine. I wasn't going to go for performance no matter what on this one, and that's because it's actually weaponized. But you can actually weaponize this one with like front-mounted machine guns. But again, front-mounted machine guns are not the most useful thing in the world, but it's better weaponry than having no weapons at all, obviously, so definitely very good there. It's a sport class vehicle with front-mounted machine guns, which can make it kind of useful for something like a headhunter VIP work, any small stuff like that, pretty much. Obviously, there's always better options for something like that, but it can make you some good free mode money, kind of. And then next year will be the Class A Tulip, and the one over here and everything is $455,310. And yeah, this one I think was from like a Dom Casino update, like Dom Casino Resort, Dom Casino Heist. Pretty certain on that. Same, I believe, goes for the Z Sport. This one is from Doomsday Heist. But yes. Class A Tulip. Quite frankly, there's a newer version. Quite frankly, there's kind of a newer version or some shit. Quite frankly, there's kind of a newer version or some shit known as the Tulip M100. Los Santos Drug Wars actually brought the Tulip M100, which is one of the more recent DLCs to happen. So because of that, it's kind of not as good anymore in a sense. But yeah, yes, it is in the muscle car class, which means you can. She froze, damn it, but yes. It is in the muscle car class, which means you can do like muscle car wheelies in it, which is pretty cool. If you want to do muscle car wheelies, it's definitely pretty cool in it. Or any muscle car, pretty much would matter. But yes. According to the spreadsheet, the Tulip is in the D tier for the muscle car class. And I'll give it 19th place for lap time. And 32nd place for top speed. There's at least like 70-ish muscle cars in the game at this point, so. So, technically it's above average for the class. It's in the above average sections and not like below. It is above average and not like below average for the whole entire class, at least. But above average for the entire class, not below average for the entire class, at least. But 19th place at best is like good bit of placements, kind of valid top 10, so I wouldn't really bother with it too much for performance, as you'd probably expect just looking at it. It's more for customization, preference kind of reasons. Okay, and then the Class A Lifeguard should be 40% off as well. I definitely recall this one used to be like 800-ish thousand when it used to be on the vehicle websites. From the Dom Casino Heist when they finally added it for the vehicle websites. So a couple-ish $1,000 off at least.
Am I the only one who works for a living?
couple of $1,000 off at least. That was that Simeon yelling that shit out there. What the fuck? But yes, the lifeguard. It's basically the Granger. It's basically the Granger from day one of the game, but it's the lifeguard version of the Granger. And yeah, the lifeguard exists in the story mode of the game, so you can obtain it in story mode, but I forget if you can actually modify it or not in story mode. You actually might not be able to, because it's kind of a special version of the Granger, so you might not be able to modify it there, but in GTA Online, I believe for sure you can modify it, so if you cannot modify it in story mode, I guess there's kind of a use for it, but still. It's just a copy-paste of the Granger, I'm pretty sure, so it's the same performances as the Granger, because when I looked at SCV on the spreadsheet, I did not see the lifeguard on there. And it's not services or anything either, certainly not. So, performance of the regular version for the, like, Granger. Lifeguard looks to be in the F tier. The lifeguard looks to be in the F tier when it comes to SUV class. And that's clearly super garbage. And that's 22nd place for lap time. And then 25th place for top speed. Yeah, you're pretty much getting below average for the class for both lap time and top speed. Clearly nowhere within top 10. Not that you should expect it looking at it and being a reskin of a day one vehicle, and you can technically obtain it in story mode 2 and everything. And you can technically obtain it in story mode and everything, yes. But still. Now if I had to rank all these from like worst to best or some shit, or best to worst or something, honestly, I would probably have to say maybe the Tulip would kind of be the number 5 for me. Tulip would maybe have to be the number 5 for me just because there's a newer Tulip M100 now. With the Drug Wars DLC. I think I'm going to put the Lifeguard in the number 4 spot because having a Lifeguard vehicle in the game is pretty cool. It could be nice for role-playing stuff or whatever people like to do with that kind of vehicle. I think the Zion Classic for me is definitely the number 3. And then I think the full price ones are actually better options this time around. I wouldn't recommend getting them since they're not on discount per se. Maybe the Viserys at least, yes, but not necessarily the Izzy Sport. Izzy Sport I would say is kind of number 2 if I had to rank them all. Because yeah, I think it's pretty good somewhere for lap-time top speed for the sport class. In one place, not both lap-time top speed, I believe for sure. And then yes, last but not least, number 1 pretty much I would say easily the Lamborghini Viserys. Since it does have front-mounted machine guns you can buy on it as well for like the MOC, Avenger, or like the Arena Workshop, same areas where you have to get the weapons for the Speedo custom personal vehicle version I mentioned earlier. Yes indeed, you shitty fruit. So yes, now hopefully this time I can actually talk about money opportunities if my stream just magically empty out of nowhere due to internet issues or some shit. So I'll start off with a really simple money opportunity. This money opportunity has went on for like 2 weeks. But yes. Shitty fruit. But yes, I'll start with a pretty easy money opportunity to explain. Deep Road, goddammit, yes. I'll start with a pretty easy one opportunity to explain, and that's going to involve the arena. This will be the third week it's happening in a row here, which is not usual. Rockstar's usually not this generous. Rockstar's usually not this generous when it comes to arena opportunities. But yes, for the third week in a row, you're still getting your 2 times money, your 2 times RP, and your 2 times AP for any sort of arena game there is to play in the game. But yes. yes, shit, bro. So any of that all is still going for 2 times money RP AP for regular players. If you have the plus subscription, if you have the like subscription for like a few to several dollars as well. Which personally I do not recommend the subscription, but there is hella arena stuff going on right now, so if you want to hella rank up your character on the arena, it could be something worth. There is 4 times on all that. There is indeed 4 times on all that, since the +1 stacks with the regular one. So you're getting 4 times the amount of punch that, which is pretty fucking crazy for a 3rd week in a row. For the 3rd week in a row as well. Usually stuff like that, they only usually they only stack stuff like that for like 1 week. They don't do that for like 3 weeks. So that's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy to see, yes. But yeah, I'm not going to explain anything more with it. Since it's went on for 3 weeks in a row, I already explained it. The first week it happens, you can go back to that stream for like special cargo, whatever business went on at that time when they first did the arena thing. Just go back to that stream or something if you want like more details on particular game modes and stuff. Trading Places Remix will apparently be on a money opportunity as well. And yeah, that's one of those limited time adversary modes right now. But yes, this was basically the new version of Trading Places that they added as part of the After Hours DLC. Again, Nightclub's from After Hours as well. It kind of continues the theme of like After Hour themed stuff. So yes, that will definitely be a little bit better for payouts and stuff. And because of the money opportunity, people are bound to be playing it right now, so if you're trying to go for tier 4 of adversary modes, if you're on the Nitro system like myself, then be sure to do that. Cause yeah, it's probably only available for, I mean, it is September now. Yes, it is September now, so it'll probably vault it pretty soon. So make sure you play it within the next like week to 2, however long they're going to keep it in at this point. Before they cycle out this one. Before they cycle this one out and then they put new ones in, possibly. But yeah. Adversary modes really are not that crazy when it comes to making money. You're obviously going to be making better money from the sales, so don't really do it for money, just play it for fun, or for the tier 4, as I've mentioned, if you are on the Nitro systems. But it's the After Hour version of Trading Places, where they did like the remix theme, where they did a few adversary modes for After Hours DLC. I'm sure it's pretty fun. Sure, the ratings weren't super good, but I feel it could definitely be a lot of fun. Okay. There's something regarding the nightclub they kind of have not mentioned on like the main menu that I covered yet. That's gonna have to do with the popularity.
Hey, what's up?
But yes, club management will give boosted popularity rates. I'm not sure if it's like double or anything. I don't know if they really clarify that, but it's at some kind of increase it looks like for the club management for your popularity.
Suit yourself.
So it should require less of those missions and stuff to get the max popularity serve for the like 10-hour thing, basically. For the 10-hour thing, basically in tier 4, for example, yeah. Okay, I'm trying to find what's... Safe road, damn it. Just trying to find the next couple things. Next couple paragraphs on the newswire. It's nothing new. I've already mentioned all that stuff on the next couple paragraphs I'm looking at. Okay. They do actually mention it later down the line. The popularity thing I was talking about earlier, that is a 2 times popularity. I had a feeling it's double the popularity and not like some like random shit, like 1.5 or like 1.25 times or some shit. So they do clarify that later down in it. They do clarify that later down in the newswire instead of like one of the paragraphs that I looked at earlier. Again, a reminder for Shape Road Payment videos. Again, a reminder when it comes to the Pinned Flames Rapid Click Wagon livery. Fuck, man. Again, a reminder when it comes to Pinned Flames Rapid Click Wagon livery. The requirements for it again was the nightclub management mission and the nightclub source goods mission. The nightclub management mission, nightclub source goods mission a single time during the event. During the event, yes.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to go on vacation and stuff.
Okay, pop a bottle for Bluter tea. I already talked about the Bluter tea. All you have to do is pop a bottle of champagne for that. I'll just do that t-shirt again. Looks like I'm actually already... Alright, shitty bro, god damn it, man. Alright, shitty bro, god damn it, man. Looks like I'm pretty much all done when it comes to money opportunities. But yes, but yes, but yes. Yes, but yes, but yes, shitty fucking bro. Yes, but yes, but yes, shitty fucking bro, goddamn. Yes, it looks like I pretty much went over all the money opportunities at this point, from what I can tell. So... shitty fucking bro, damn it. So... So I should be pretty much ready to go over any discounts at this point. And from there, I'm just going to probably do like the time trials and stuff pretty much. Maybe like a club management and like the pop champagne for stuff too, maybe. And then I'll probably be done from there. Okay. So for discounts already covered, I'm probably just going to go in extra detail if I can think of anything new much to say. So starting off with property discounts. Again, nightclub stuff, being an after hours being an event and everything. I believe it's 1.7 West Vinewood nightclub is actually the most expensive. I definitely believe this one's actually the most expensive. So the most expensive one right now is like $680,000 off on the 40% off, making it only a little over $1 million right now. Making it only a little over $1 million. Making it only a little over $1 million right now. Yes, shitty fucking bro, damn it. So, obviously a purely cosmetic styling here. Completely cosmetic light rig. Pretty sure those are nothing but cosmetic, pretty much all of those. Yeah, nightclub name. Nightclub name for pretty much most of the cosmetic. I should have wrote damn it, but yes, Nightclub name for pretty much most of the cosmetic thing there. Again, the main recommendation, in my opinion, was definitely the storage things for your storage facility. Wait, okay. Okay. Looks like you might... see, wrote it. But yes. Looks like the upgrades for the actual like, business storage and then the like garage storage are entirely separate, it looks like, from what I can tell. So yeah, these are your best options here, like I said kind of earlier. Dancers, just purely cosmetic stuff here, basically. Yeah. and try ice. Yeah, it's pretty much mainly just the storage stuff you want, aside for like any business upgrades, like your staff equipment security, and then and then having more technicians that can cure more goods, since I believe you only start with one of those. So you can have 5 things secured at once for your passive business, of course. So you can maximize on it. Honestly, I do not feel there's been a bad location when it comes to Nightclub. I don't know. I think if there's one super bad location, it's probably going to be Elysian Island. I'm going to say it's kind of the worst location. I just really like having something in the airport. There's not a lot of business stuff you have near the airport like that, so that's the only reason I really have mine at the airport. Since I don't have an airport hangar, obviously, so that puts in Kudo and for hangar. I think that's the main reason I have mine at LSIA, even though apparently LSIA and like Elysian Island, I think I hear are like the worst ones for like cell missions, I guess, for like your starting area. I think it's pretty okay for LSIA though. If there's one that's probably not so good, it's probably Elysian Island. Okay. And then from there, it's going to be pretty much all vehicle discounts or weapon discounts when it comes to the websites, and then the gun ban I'll talk about later on. Okay, so I'll start off on the Arena War website, since it's on the top there. Probably nothing but the Impaler, it looks like. Okay, yes. Again, I kind of already went over the Arena version with all the weapons on it. It's clearly going to be good for having weapons on it. You can clearly do like free mode money making, and you can use it in the arena and stuff, so it does have its uses. Okay, Apocalypse does not seem to have as good of like front window protection, judging by that image. Since I'm able to go a little more detail now, since it's still free like that. Okay, so Apocalypse and Nightmare kind of look to have the same front armor, which is not super good. You might be getting more armor in the front, at least with Future. Might be getting more armor for sure in the front, it looks like, according to the looks of the Future Shock version. So that could be your best option just for that front protection, possibly all. I did not own one to verify if it's actually going to protect you with all the armor, or if it's just cosmetic and somehow that one does not like have all the protection in the front. I assume it does protect you more than the other ones though. Side windows don't really look too impressive on the Apocalypse or the Nightmare either. Honestly, I feel like the Future Shock definitely easily has the most armor of all of them. Honestly, I do feel the Future Shock definitely has like the most armor of all three of the arena versions of it, for sure. And then, as for the stock vehicle, the prices you see on screen are for the stock vehicle right now. I believe you can also see on Service Andreas, but you might as well just get it on the Arena, which is a lot less cluttered website. For those that care about that kind of thing, for why vehicles got bolted in the fucking first place, probably. It's still... But nah, Rockstar just wanted to fucking make vehicles on time for their events and shit, probably. So it's probably Rockstar. Players being stupid or some shit. Or it could be a combination of the two, I guess. Yeah, buy it now, right now, for 331,085, 199,101. Not much savings there. Same here. You're gaining about 100,000 savings on the trade price from 249,500 to 149,700, short by like 200. Nothing crazy savings. This is not too expensive for the actual Impaler itself. The main expensive stuff is obviously going to be your upgrade prices. Now, unfortunately, you cannot see the upgrade prices for these, apparently, unfortunately, unless you do it at the actual arena. So therefore, I will not be able to show off the upgrade prices, but it will be substantially more. I guarantee it will be substantially more, I would say, than the rest. But yes, I guarantee it will be substantially more cost than a stock vehicle, honestly, for sure.
Well, I must say, I don't know either, sir. Well, I think it must have been a wrong number.
So, as for the performance of the stock vehicle, since for the stock civilian one, you're going to want it for performance and stuff, possibly over like the arena one, which is clearly going to be useful regardless of its performance. But yeah. The regular Impaler, according to the spreadsheet, is in the C tier when it comes to muscle car class, and that gives it 14th place at best for lap time, and then 23rd place at best for top speed. So at least, especially for top speed, you're a good bit out the top 10. At least for top speed, you're a good bit out the top 10. Lap time, on the other hand, is only like a few to several placements, maybe, or something like past the top 10. But if it's not top 10, I would not get it for performance. Just get it for customization, personal preference kind of reasons. Or not really get it for that, get it for the arena version, clearly, pretty much. Again, Future Shock easily looks at the best armor options available to it. I personally have a Nightmare version. I do believe I personally have a Nightmare version, but that was just because I barely had any Nightmare vehicles compared to Future Shock and Apocalypse. So I only have a Nightmare version because I kind of wanted at least a couple Nightmare vehicles myself. In terms of actual practicality, I definitely imagine Future Shock for sure, just looking at them. And yeah, fun fact about the regular Impaler. Fun fact, say road damn it. But fun fact about the regular Impaler, apparently the regular Impaler is actually a very retro, nostalgic throwback vehicle from the very first Grand Theft Auto game. So yes, the very first Grand Theft Auto game actually had the Impaler, apparently. And I believe it took until GTA 9 for it to return. So it was only really in the first GTA game as far as I know, and then it took until GTA 9 for it to return, so it had quite the absence from the series before GTA 9 being literally back during the first game in the 2D universe. So that is a fun fact about the Impaler that I remember. Alright. I think I narrowed down kinda shitty road damage, but yeah. I think I narrowed down kinda a couple last vehicles I need to go over. I think one might be on Legendary, one might be on Warstock, and then one might be on Sovereign. So 3 more vehicle websites I think to go on. I believe the free crawler is on Legendary. I forget, it could be Sovereign as well. Okay, I did not see it, but it might be in 4 doors or something. Oh, it is, okay. Cool. Alright, so the Kniss Free Crawler. Off-road vehicle, certainly from the After Hours DLC to go with the After Hours themed event week, of course. Set at 597,000, you'll be getting it for $358,200. Like around like $240-ish thousand off, I think. But yeah, 40% off discount there. It's 40% off. Same with the regular version of the Impaler. If I did not say that's 40% off as well. I thought it was kind of obvious for the other version. Now for the off-road class, I do not remember this one performing well, but again, it's on discounts. I am going to go on in terms of like proper performance numbers and stuff. So, according to the looks of it, the Free Crawler is in the D tier, it looks like. And it looks to be 17th place for lap time and then 19th place for top speed. Seems to be a good, like, several placements out top 10 for both lap time and top speed. Yeah. I do not think this one's super impressive when it comes to the off-road class for sure. So you only really want this one much for customizations. So you really only want this one much for like customization kind of stuff, or other personal preference kind of reasons too, perhaps. Okay, and the next one should be on Warstock, and it's going to be weaponized, so I'm not going to talk performance numbers on this one. And as I kind of showed earlier, it was next to the Scramjet when I showed it off, showing that it was on the vehicle website. Okay, so the Heavy Minister. So I believe it was Heavy Manufacturer, yes, Heavy Minister. Instead of 1,775,000, it is 1,065,000, so you're getting a little over 700,000 off. I actually believe this does not have a trade price, so I think it's a full price regardless of like any tasks done basically in the game. But yeah, only a little over $1 million is not that bad. You can get this vehicle in 1 hour, I would say, for the game when it comes to a stock vehicle, at least. Maybe more like a 2-hour investment if you want customizations as well. Using ideal money making methods, yes, Shitty Brew. But yes, it's kind of like a newer version. It's kind of like a newer version of the Insurgent, essentially. It's kind of a newer version of the Insurgent.
And there ain't much to see, so no.
But yeah. This one I believe has front-mounted machine guns. But yeah, this one does have front-mounted machine guns, I could swear on it. Again, front-mounted machine guns, not usually the most practical type of weaponry there is. But it makes it more of a solo-friendly. It does make it more of a solo-friendly version of the Insurgent. Shitty Pro, damn it, but yeah. It does make it more of a solo-friendly version of the Insurgent, which is pretty nice. Because the main problem with the Insurgent is you need to kind of rely on having another player. That's not as much of the case when it comes to the Minister. Since you have front-mounted machine guns. Since you do have front-mounted machine guns. Sure, you do get proximity mines. I think with the like Insurgent pickup custom, it does have proximity mines on that one. I think this one actually does have proximity mines too, but I could be wrong. May or may not have proximity mines. I do believe it. Shape Road, damn it, but yes. Yes. I do definitely believe this vehicle does have proximity mines for sure. So yes, it's a very solo friendly. So yes, it's a very solo friendly version of the Insurgent pickup custom, essentially, kind of. That has front-mounted machine guns. That I think also. I think those also have proximity mines for a second solo-friendly weapon that a driver can use. That a driver of the vehicle can use, yes. Schaefer, damn it. That a driver of the vehicle can use, yes. Now, yes. In terms of seating capacity, it only has like 5 seats. In terms of seat capacity, I think it looks like it only has 5 seats. Comparing that to the Insurgent Pickup Custom, which has a couple more seats, that's a little bit of a downgrade, unfortunately. I do believe it's cheaper than the Insurgent, though at this price it is. At the discount price it is cheaper than the Insurgent, so definitely a good time to get it with the lack of the couple seats, technically. And then, yeah. I think the only other weaponry on it is obviously the gun on top. Now, like with the... Now, like with the Speedo I mentioned earlier, I think you can do a 50 cal. I think you can do a 50 cal, or you can do a minigun as well. Again, the 50 cal might out-damage the minigun in terms of like each individual bullet. But if there is a minigun upgrade, then I would probably go to minigun upgrade, since the rate of fire, being able to land more shots possibly and stuff, could in turn be more damage too. So you might as well go minigun. Shitty bro, damn it. So you might as well go a minigun if you can. It's a damn good vehicle. You have some decent armor on it. It actually might not be as armored. It actually might not be as armored as the Insurgent Pickup Custom, but it should still be serviceable enough, I would say, for the armor capabilities on it. Probably. So it should be a very good vehicle. Oh, and another downgrade, kind of. I do not believe you get armor plating options, so you're not as protected in terms of the windows. I'm sure the windows are super small, so you are kind of pretty protected because of that. But I do not believe there's any armor plating upgrade. I do not believe there to be armor plating upgrade for the windows, so it's for more that, like, bullet protection. So keep that in mind. So definitely keep that one in mind. And yeah, I do kind of believe you can actually tow vehicles on the back as well. I want to say you can actually tow a vehicle on the back of the Minister, so you can like do the anti-aircraft trailer. So I'm thinking you can do like the anti-aircraft trailer or something like that on the back if you're playing with a friend, and you can have their like anti-aircraft trailer on the back of it, pretty much. I think that's pretty much it to mention. Damn good vehicle, definitely for sure. And last but not least, should be in the special section, I believe, for Severance Andreas. City fucking fruit, damn it, man. Okay, but no, it's not special, apparently. I kind of thought it would have been. Is it luxury, maybe, then? Okay, yes, apparently it's a luxury somehow. And it looks like you get a massive 50% off of the festival bus. And yeah, as you can see, I went pretty crazy and I got all the different livery versions of the festival bus I did. Back in the days where Cayo Perico was really easy to do, like 1 hour, you would get like 1 million each time. There was the one time they even did like the double money event. There was that one time they actually did the double money event on it too. So I got all of these as fucking livery vehicles, which is crazy as fuck. I played it for like a whole week straight when I did like kind of pre-playing 2 times that one time. It was crazy shit. I think that was the only reason I got all the liveries for the festival bus, otherwise I still might not have done that. But yeah, it's the festival bus. It's a meme vehicle. It's a fucking meme vehicle. You want it for the memes. You want it for the memes. You do not want it for anything else. But it has a crazy 11-seat capacity. The actual inside of the vehicle has a crazy 11-seat capacity, which is pretty cool. Plus, you can have people on top as well, so you might be able to fit like a whole ass lobby. You might be able to fit a whole ass lobby if people are cool enough, but that's most definitely not the case. And yeah, I guess I'll have a look, see what the performance might be on this. I forget if it's like service or what. Possibly. Okay, yes, the festival bus is in service. And it is 10th place in lap time, and it is 10th place top speed as well. But yes. It is in 10th place for lap time, 10th place for top speed. You're not really getting good performance at all on that. 10 and 10, it is in top 10, but there is exactly 10 service vehicles. but there is exactly 10 service vehicles in the game, so it's actually the worst service vehicle in terms of performance, which is not good at all. But still, it's meant to be a funny vehicle. It's meant to be a funny vehicle with all like the speakers being able to play the music all hella loud and shit. And yeah, you can, if you're crazy enough like me, you can get one of each livery, which is pretty insane. So you can buy it 10 times, and that would be almost $7 million, which is fucking insane. $7 million it would take to buy all these on 50% off. Or almost $14 million on normal price. Or almost $14 million for all of them on normal price, which is pretty fucking insane. Which is pretty fucking insane, yes, you shit fucking through. And last but not least for the gun van. Fun fact on my own. Fun fact. I might have forgot about like talking about like the throwables. I might have forgot to talk about throwables when it came to the last event. So that was unfortunate. I might have forgot to talk about throwables on the last event. But I've not found the gun van yet, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. But I'll just go over it on the open wheel, because I'm not near it right now. Okay, you got the Widowmaker. So the Widowmaker's in the gun van right now. Basically just a reskin. but yes, shitty fruit. Yes, the Widowmaker is just a reskin of the minigun. Same thing, pretty much, aside from one has a laser. Except that one has a lasers that shoots out instead of actual bullets. Which there might be some advantages to lasers over bullets, obviously, but still. For the most part, it's just a pure cosmetic. Pipe wrench. It's just a melee weapon. It's just a melee weapon. It's not too impactful. There's no crazy interesting utility with it or anything. Certainly not. Compared to other melee weapons. Compared to other melee weapons, yes, most definitely not.
Fuck you!
Most definitely not, yes, you should fucking throw. Okay, the advanced rifle will be a discount. That would be pretty fair. I'll talk about that later, actually. And it's slurred. My speech slurred, damn it, so fucked up. Or some shit. A homing launcher. Homing launcher is another discount. So I'll talk about that one more later. So yes, you shitty throw out. Yeah, homing launcher is a discount too, so yes, you shitty throw. I'll talk about later. Marksman pistol. Marksman pistol. The marksman pistol is a not discount, but it's in the gun ban. Yes. Marksman pistol's in the gun van right now. It's just a single shot pistol. It's a single shot pistol, so you cannot get a reload off of it. Reload speed's not the quickest either, I believe, unless you fast reload. But yes. It's a single shot. And the reload's not the quickest, I believe, on that. Unless you do the fast reload trick. Unless you do a fast reload trick where you just like swap between two guns, and then, yeah, maybe the reload can be good then. But yes. The only way to reload might be more decent is if you like fast reload from one gun to the other. From one gun to the other, yes. But yeah. Just check this out. Shake fruit in it. But yes. Just check this out now. The Mark II version of the heavy revolver can pretty much do the same damage, and you get like 6 rounds to shoot before reload. All the stats are basically better, if not the same, for the damage in particular when it comes to the heavy revolver Mark II. Double action has more like magazine. Double action has more like shitty road damage. But yeah. 6 bullets on the double action one basically would out damage the marksman pistol probably. Navy revolver as well. But yes, the only real positive I can say much about it is it's easier to obtain than the Perico pistol. It's technically easier to obtain than the Perico pistol, so that's a positive at least. But yes, I feel the marksman pistol is best to just add to your weapon arsenal. I doubt you'll actually use it if it's more for collecting it. I would only get it to collect it, I would not get it to actually use it. But yes. Bro, damn it. But yes. I only really recommend it for adding it to your arsenal for your weapon wheel to fucking bro, damn it. Yes. I only really recommend it for your arsenal to collect it for collection sakes. You're probably not going to get much use out of it, so I wouldn't buy it to actually use it. Just to have it, like, as part of your collection, probably. And then next up will be the machine pistol. Machine pistol. It even has to have a drum magazine. It even has to have a drum magazine to even be able to, like, get to 30 bullets. Extended clip would be like 20 or something, probably, I believe. But yeah, it out damages the micro SMG. But yeah, it's basically a pistol version of the micro SMG. It's kind of basically just a micro SMG for pistol, kind of, I guess. Better fire rate, better damage, better accuracy. Yeah, that's how I'd best describe it. It's basically like a micro SMG, but for a pistol, kind of. Hence the name machine pistol. I don't know, something like that. Yeah, you can drive by with it in some cases. But yes. You can drive by with it, at least in some cases. I'm not sure about, like, every single vehicle. I think you can actually do it in, like... actually fucking broken. You can probably drive by with it in a car, not just in a bike, is what I'm trying to say, basically, because my shit broke fucking me up. So you could possibly get some nice use out of that one, for sure. Yes, indeed, you shitty crew. And then the pump shotgun. Basically, it has a Mark II version. The pump shotgun has a Mark II version, so obviously that's going to be very nice to get. But yes, shitty bro. But yes, if you're going to get the pump shotgun, definitely turn to a Mark II weapon as soon as you can. Because it's one of the two where you can get the explosive slugs. And yeah, I really need to get more ammo on that right now. That's for sure. So yeah, that's definitely very nice to have. So... now to talk about discounted weapons more so. So the advanced rifle was 30% off for Plus members only, so you have to have the subscription that's exclusive to the next-gen version to get the discount. But yeah. It's one of the couple assault rifles that do not have a Mark II. Shitty road, damn it. But yeah. It's one of the couple to few assault rifles, one of like the few assault rifles in the game that does not have a Mark II upgrade. So in some ways it can... So in some ways, since you're not going to be able to use special ammo on it, you in some ways do get more use. In some ways you would get more use out of the advanced rifle not having special ammo types. Compact rifle I think is more of like a mid-range. Compact rifle I think is more of like a mid-range assault rifle that you can like use on like bikes to like motorcycles. So I don't think it's a very fair comparison for this versus the advanced rifle. The military rifle, I think it definitely outbeats the military rifle because it has 60 bullets instead of like the 45. But yeah, having 60 bullets instead of 45, I think definitely outbeats it there for sure. Heavy rifle and then the service carbine for the last couple from like 2021 and 2022 from like, I was about to say Criminal Enterprise, but that was the contract DLC. I had the heavy rifle and then the service carbine was from that one was Criminal Enterprise, I guess one there. But yeah. Those are definitely the main two. Those two are definitely the main two competition when it comes to the advanced rifle. Okay, so I think this one gets out damaged by the heavy rifle. Fire rate I think seems much better on the advanced rifle. Shitty road, damn it. But yes. But yes, fire rate, definitely a huge difference between the heavy rifle and then the advanced rifle. Accuracy is pretty much at the same spot, it looks like. I think it looks like the advanced rifle might edge out a tiny tad in a sense when it comes to the accuracy. Shake bro, damn it. But between this and the heavy rifle you're only really getting damage over the other stats. You're getting a significant fire rate decrease, so I think the advanced rifle probably out-edges the heavy rifle. Plus, I think people usually say the heavy rifle's not that great compared to like the advanced rifle and the service carbine. Okay, I do think the service carbine has a tiny tad more damage than the advanced rifle, I'm thinking. should rotate. I don't know, fire rate could maybe be the same, if not a little bit less on the service carbine, I think. But the service carbine has some pretty insane fire rate, which is nice. Okay, the accuracy, I would say around the same for both, if not a little edge towards the service carbine there. I think they all pretty much have the same range. I believe they all pretty much have the same range as well. So yes. So yes. Goddamn headphone headset wire keeps getting in the way. That's what I hate about having to wear a headset. That's what I hate about having to wear a headset due to stupid DualSense microphone issues lately. Yeah, but yeah. One thing to note about the service carbine is it does not have a scope. You do not get a scope on the service carbine, so... What you might want to use depends on if it has a scope or not. So I think in terms of like regular assault rifles, I think this is the best scoped assault rifle. This one's definitely the best scoped assault rifle. Again, I think the heavy rifle takes too much of a hit when it comes to fire rate. I'd be able to be as good as the advanced rifle, quite frankly. That little bit of damage for a good bit less fire rate, I quite frankly do not feel is really that great. So I think this is the best scoped assault rifle, I would say personally, in the game for non-Mark II. But yes. For non-Mark II assault rifles, this is easily the best scoped one, I say. Otherwise, I say the service carbine is basically the best new assault rifle. So easily still the best scoped assault rifle, I would say, for non-Mark II upgrade ones that cannot get an upgrade. That cannot be upgraded, yes. Okay, and then the homing launcher. Homing launcher is kind of basically in a league of its own. Nothing really entirely competes with it, I would say. It clearly has its own advantage. No other heavy weapon obviously can home in like that. So that's a big deal, obviously, so obviously I'm recommending that. And it turns out the homing launcher is on discount for everybody. And not just the plus members like the advanced rifle is, so I think us free-to-play players kind of got the bigger deal this time around, in a sense. Okay. And then for throwables. You get sticky bomb and then pipe bomb. Those seem to be the only two this time around. It's just sticky bomb and then the pipe bombs. So do not expect anything else. It's just those. It looks like it definitely does look to be just those ones. Yes. Just stick bomb, pipe bombs. And then, yes. Aside for that, you get body armor. Shitty road dinner video. Besides for that, all you get body armor. Okay, so that should conclude the event side of things. I'm just gonna do some time trials and shit pretty much at this point. Me, I do HSW and then I do the junk energy pretty much in textile cities over this way, right? And yeah, I already did those stash elves with document ordering because it was kind of on the way. So while I'm using a Bernardo, of course, I might actually check to see if the livery is available, actually. I actually never got confirmation if I got that, though.
Hey, man.
I thought I remembered doing both tasks, though. I could be wrong, though. The only one I got confirmation for was Monstrosity, because when I did the task for like all the other ones pretty much, too.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
Why do you think I need a hard-on pill? So I can give you a deep dick? You didn't talk that way.
Yeah, where is it now? Oh yeah, that's right, it's just called the course. Not as the manufacturer, but it's just the vehicle names, right?
It's coming at you.
I was looking for Peter, I was like, where the hell? I was looking for Peter, I was like, where the fucking hell was it though? Move it full. Yeah, I can move it full.
Impossible!
Oh.
Here for the magic touch?
Was it abstract camo? I forget. I don't feel I remember a free one, so it might have been actually. It definitely might have been. Yeah, it might have been this abstract camo one, yes. Yes. I do not believe I remember any free livery from the start, unless you had like the plus subscription, but I never invested in that, so that must be it. I still prefer the course pattern though, I think. Oh yes, you can get a course on the vehicle. Shitty fruit. Yes. You even get a course on the vehicle, which I like on that one, so yeah, I'm not changing that, fuck that. Yes. I am not changing that, fuck that, that's for damn fucking sure. Oh, that's fucking me though. But yeah. Again, for those that might not remember, but yes. For those that have not heard before, this vehicle does have pretty good off-road traction. I'm pretty sure this does actually have some good off-road traction. It's kind of a
Well, what the hell did you expect?
a rally-style sport car.
Are you serious?
So it does have some good off-road handling, apparently, from my understanding, from what I remember hearing about this one vehicle here.
Kelly fucker! Crazy fucker!
Well, yeah, I'm a crazy fucker. I gotta get to the place in like 2 minutes. That shitty fucking burning ass, bro. Kinda damn it, man. Yes, of course I'm driving all crazy and shit. I need to get somewhere in 2 minutes, fucking game, damn it. Government stooge, fuck, I ain't no government stooge just because I'm in a massive vehicle. What the fuck? It's like I should hear that shit on headsets compared to a TV at the volume of like 2 or some shit. Or like 1 even, I think. But yeah, no, I think I have it at like volume of 2, yes I did. One time I had it just a volume of 3 and then my brother was complaining it wasn't loud or some shit. But nah, bullshit, no.
I didn't get into this to sling drugs.
Okay, made it 142, let's fucking go.
Holy shit!
Oh, I better get out of here. They sound like they're about to have a fucking trigger finger right now. What's that? Or like it sounds like they got trigger fingers about to pull a gun and shit. Damn. Alright, 64,812,203. Awesome. Wait, okay, yeah, wait. Okay, I was kind of noticing that it was saying the same numbers on that. I mean, it does say 25 time trials, which does suggest unique time trials, and yeah, I guess it might have to be different time trials then. So it must have to be different time trials then. So yes, you shitty fucking bro, it must have to be different time trials then for the 25. For the 25, yes, you shit fucking bro. Thankfully, the one fucking good thing. Thankfully. Shitty fucking bro, god damn it, no. But yeah. Thankfully, the one fucking good thing, honestly, about fucking the internet going on the one stream is that I get to actually do a different fucking time trial for the Chunk Energy time trial this Saturday night with Andreas Mercenaries for the entire category. That's something nice at least. Wait, but I've done this before too, I could have sworn. Yeah, I've definitely done this before, I could have sworn one time. I definitely swear I did it one time before. I don't know, maybe like there was a previous Sunday. There might have been a previous Sunday where like I don't know. I actually have done a stream on Monday, maybe like a month or so ago for a stream. I forget. I think I was kind of a little annoyed that there was like 2 boring events in a row or something one time, so I might have already like, yeah, it would kind of make sense. I pretty much always stream on Sunday or Monday, so I kind of start maybe streaming different days, and if I want to do different ones on stream and shit, and why am I not using the curse reviews? What am I doing? Going on, I guess it was because I was going on like a little rant and shit. I was like, I swear I've done this before. When I was hoping it would be entirely new, but I forgot I've actually done this before. Yes, okay, I can still win, even though I forgot to increase for the same time. Fuck you, game, I win. Fuck you, game, I win. Ha. Fuck you, game, I win. Ha, you little fucking bitch of a fruit. Fuck you, though, too. Yeah, it still says 13. I've done it before, done. Thought so. I thought it was new at first, but when I got to the location, I was like, oh, wait, I remember this bridge. I was like, oh, wait, I remember this bridge. It's just a static little object. You can't take it. It's kind of bull. It's only a $50,000 motorcycle. Wait. Motorcycle? How the hell did I say that, then? Is this an e-bike? It's a fucking e-bike, I guess, or some shit. But man. It's only a $50,000 fucking bicycle, and they don't let you just steal it afterward or some shit. Just fuck around with it. It's kind of bullshit, man. I'm thinking of going to the nightclub, honestly, to do that, like, wood or tea or whatever, or the champagne. I could do a club management mission too, I guess, if I wanted, but I might just do it off stream, to be honest. Yeah, I do think I will actually do it off stream. I'll still should be burning throat, remember, yes. I'll still do the champagne on stream, but I'm doing the club management off stream. For the click wagon livery. And as for the good mission, I already mentioned that I already did one for the 10 like document forgery thing I was mentioning earlier, where I got 10 things of document forgery, but other things being complete entirely, basically. I was like, I want to check where my nightclub is actually right now, since that's sale on it off stream.
Hey boss, what can I do for you?
Whoa, 11%, 694,950, okay. I was kind of fucking around for a while in like the public lobby, so I guess it makes sense. Like, on Sunday, since I was pissed as hell, the stream ended right
That's fine.
Internet
Bye-bye.
issue. But yeah, because of internet issue, I was fucking around in the public lobby online. And yes, every time I do the streams, it lasts a good bit of time, so that's nice too. Okay, with the 51,000, whatever on the... What's 51,000 for a time trial, whatever. I'm at 64,863,253. I get it. I did not even mean to go that close, damn. Yes, fucking get it, fucking game. I did not mean to go that fucking close, god fucking damn it. But yes. For the champagne, clear, pretty much gotta do an actual nightclub, so I'm doing that. Oh, why do I not get fun DualSense vibrations? Why do I not get fun DualSense vibrations right now? God damn it, bro. Yes, why the hell do I not get fun DualSense vibrations, damn it? But no, I know why. But no, I know why, damn it. Because fucking copyright issues, obviously, so I do not have the music on. The character still bop his head, at least, to the music, I guess. Seemed like it to me, at least.
Hey there, boss. Get you something?
No, that's kind of bullshit. You have to have certain popularity just to have the more expensive ones. That's bullshit. I didn't know some of this was actually tied to fucking popularity, not gonna lie. Shit. And fun.
Keeping it simple.
Wait,
Nice.
it's not Macbeth. Shit, wait. It's not Macbeth whiskey though, damn it. But wait, Macbeth is tied to fucking popularity? I don't feel I remember them being tied to popularity for the longest time. I could have sworn they did not. Yeah, before.
What's up, boss? Good to see you, boss.
I could have sworn even during Criminal Enterprise. I mean, Criminal Enterprise, that was borrowing with the nightclub, technically, yes. But I swear I do not remember drinks being tied to popularity. I found like years ago or some shit. Fucking bullshit, bro. Well, no, I'm definitely doing that then. Well, no, I'm definitely going for all popularity then. Even more so now then. We're to drinking 35 more times. Get drunk at the nightclub. Does it count that shit actually? I wonder. Or do you have to get fully drunk for it to count? Okay, you do have to get fully drunk, it looks like. Yes, that's what I figured. Yeah, I cannot do the Macbeth to instantly pass out. God damn it. Well, apparently that was pointless. I did not remember that being tied to popularity. I could have sworn, but still. But yeah. I think that is probably going to be pretty much it for this fucking stream. Take 2 actually was successful here. It's a good, no shitty internet bullshit out in here. But yes. Unfortunately, since I did take 2 to stream, there's going to be one less Red Dead Redemption, like, walkthrough part obviously this week. Unfortunately, it is what it is, but that's what happens when the internet makes me... When the internet goes out and it makes me fucking do another attempt, basically, of the stream. So pretty much Red Dead Redemption walkthrough. I think a Red Dead Online. I think a Red Dead Online event should be coming up pretty soon too. Being September now, and then obviously just GTA Online event stuff, since I don't do much video content for shit these days. I don't know, ever since fucking Trilogy and shit, I haven't really felt like making hella videos for shit. For Trilogy Definitive Edition. If I've even made that much before then. Which honestly I might not have that, at least since having PS5, but fuck ever. Do not care. Fuck that shit. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be it for the stream now. Hope you enjoyed.